Hey, welcome back to Métropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is October 31st, 2024. It's Halloween. There wasn't meant to be a stream today, but there is. We're going to start this one about half an hour later than normal. There's no ghost fake camera, look just like an empty room, so no one is streaming. Happy Halloween, y'all. So I said on Tuesday there'll be no stream today. I said that last week. Apologies if I broke my promise, but I think if you break it in a good way, it's fine. Or he'll be in a suit. Happy Halloween, everyone. Grendel, happy Halloween. Hopefully you're doing well. Nika, happy Halloween. Phil, how's it going? Spooky Vampire. We placing bets as Spooky Metro stream. Lucy, I read your message. Undeleted, unscheduled stream or canceled wedding plans, you can say. So I was at a wedding today. Some friends, they got married this afternoon. We went as witnesses. It was like at a notary. It wasn't like a big, procession type event thing. And so we went there. It was this afternoon, and then we went for drinks, and then we went for dinner, and all that wrapped up. And then we're coming home, and Maddie's like, "Hey, you probably can still stream." And I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, "It's 9 o'clock. I probably can." And I'm also already suited up. This is the one day of the year you can wear whatever you want. People won't ask any questions. So I'm already comfortable in this. So I guess we're just gonna let it fly. Halloween wedding sounds fun. It was pretty cute. It was really, well, it's a cute day to do it, especially for the two that are getting married. But also like it was a really just cute thing. It was like very quick. This notary specifically, it wasn't like in an office. They have like a back patio, and the lighting was nice, and just very, very, very very nice. Fancy Andre Dank looking good. Thank you, Kat. Got dressed up today. Been wearing the suit for a while. Got to wear it on this weekend too, because the wedding continues. But I'm just going to hang out a bit because it's Thursday night. This one wasn't planned. I have some ideas of what we're going to do. We have the deck list of the week. This is D's list. I know I'm dressed up like a corpo, but I'm going to be playing mostly runner today. I think that's going to be kind of fun. And we're already like half an hour into this thing, the way that things normally go. This is about the time where we argue about whether or not trick shot is too good or not. But I think we're just going to find out together. How's everyone's Halloween been? I reckon people might be out walking around, getting some candy, doing some stuff with the kids, going to parties, whatever you do on this night. So hopefully you've been having a good evening if you're watching this beyond the Thursday night. It is too good. For a second, I thought you were talking about candy, but I realized, yes, trick shot's probably a bit too good. Now, what janky corp deck do I throw together? This is D's in my lat era second of world. It's a Swift deep dive lat list. We saw a lot of lat going into worlds. Lat, I think, was the most performant runner. It was the runner to beat definitely at worlds. There's some really good write-ups. I think Rapanui's blog also put out a post today. I wasn't able to read through all of it. I should be able to link that in the description. It's quite good. I ran into Rapanui at worlds as well. I didn't put together the blog and the name for some reason. Also, like, if you've been reading the Surveyor, I'm pretty sure the Surveyor has a new article up that I haven't read just yet, but like this was the deck to beat, and still people can't really beat it consistently. And this version's interesting. We're not on Onicom, like the sort of Sokka versions that we've probably seen a lot, but we're on Swift, which makes deep diving a little bit easier. And I think actually making deep diving easier is really important, because right now the meta, it looks like the one deck that's actually giving lat some work is the sort of like Jukebok Asa decks, the decks with like MC Austerity and a lot of ways to rob clicks from the runner, because in deep diving is really difficult, let alone stealing Project Ikoa. Nana, why are you yelling? You want to say hi? Sorry, she ran off. As a cat does. Bandit or deep dive, one of the two, I don't care which. Underestimating how many kids would come by and we're running out of candy. What do you do? I guess you just turn the lights off when you run out of candy, right? I've been living in an apartment up some stairs, so we don't get trick-or-treaters. It just doesn't make sense for the way that Montreal apartments are kind of structured. But I assume you just turn the lights out, unfortunately. I am pleasantly surprised by the existence of the stream. Well, welcome. Hopefully your Thursday morning or Friday morning's been going okay. Who did the core lat deck by cross-referencing all the lats in the cut? Oh, I don't know. Has someone put together all the lat decks to make like the hyper lat deck, the most like median mean lat deck? I think Swift is really fun. I know I've seen a bunch of players play Swift Lat over the last little while. I think Wenjong was playing this at like Continental season, and he did great with it. He's really fun to watch playing this thing too. But it's just kind of fun to play. You play a lot of run events. I think Buy Advance is actually really good into the R+ meta. A great card. I think I'm surprised by certain things in the deck, like only 2 Diesel is really strange to me because it's just Diesel. It's not draw 4 with Onicom, but it's still pretty good. We're on 3 Stone Ship because not dying is a cool part of the meta. We have 1 Dr. Nuka. We have 1 DJ Fenris, which you can go wild and go for a DJ Sable if you really need even more clicks, but otherwise Steve works just fine. And then when it's the influence slots, we see some interesting breakers. This is not influence, but we're on Euler and Gauss, which are interesting breakers. You don't see them all the time. I actually think Gauss is a breaker that Sokka was pretty worried about because it does deal with the barriers relatively well, at least for the 1 turn that it comes in. So this actually probably worked well into the meta. And then these are also really good on the turns that they come in. They break really cheaply. So if you're going to go for that deep dive at the 2 deep dive turn and just winning the game, these don't really have downsides to them. But you have to be careful how you use your simul chips because this breaker is really bad if you have to lean on it. Otherwise, we do have a propeller, which is kind of nice. So you can get this early. This does cheaply deal with a Brawn. It's cheaper than the Gauss, even on the turn it comes in. And then we're looking at pretty standard stuff. Cupellation for some HQ pressure. It has art, I'm pretty sure. It has Fermenter in it, which also all of these had art at some point. And we even have a single turbine. I think Turbine also, in terms of like Sokka's list, showed up for the first time in a while. And I think Sokka was talking about specifically the idea that if you have Turbine down, you give your breakers +2 strength. It means that you actually don't use propeller counters on a lot of the 1 strength barriers you're expecting in the meta. And there's a huge reason to do that. The suit has some real key performance indicators energy. I'm just going to start pointing. Happy Halloween, Yellenhorn. How's it going? From someone who doesn't celebrate it. Well, hopefully you're having a good enough Thursday night regardless. Did Rublin publish the tiebreakers write-up? Oh, this is not scrolling yet. I don't think so. I think that the tiebreakers really need to start explaining publicly why they're playing Tree Line and Ag Infusion, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think there must be some sort of internal logic that got there, right? You just turned the lights off. Yeah, I don't think Ruben posted it, but the Asa deck, not Asa deck, sorry, the Ag Infusion deck that I know tiebreakers were playing, a bunch of them had like tree lines in them and multiple copies. Having a taxing barrier is pretty interesting. It just, that deck has so many other taxing barriers in it. I want to know what that looks like. There's been some really nice write-ups recently. Of course, almost all these write-ups are fantastic. People putting a lot of like effort, either explaining like their stories or their time at Worlds. I read through recently Cranks. Cranks is really touching. I think that's quite nice. And we've shouted a bunch of these really nice ones. XDGs is phenomenal as well. So give some reading time if you can. Ba did one privately for tiebreakers. I know Ba was cross-referencing them on stream. Okay. Windjog Swift Lat is great fun. It is so much fun. It is like genuinely such a fun deck to just get free clicks by playing run events. Like, of course it's good. Wedding end early? No, actually dinner ended early. The wedding was like 15 minutes because it was just like a notary type thing. But then dinner, we sat down at 5:30. We were done by like 9, which doesn't sound that absurd. It's just a dinner. But we were done at 9. Everyone's wiped. We're doing a bigger thing. So this weekend we're going out to Mont Tremblant and we have like a chalet there, and we're there celebrating with more people on the weekend. So yeah, it ended a bit earlier than I thought it would. I assumed it would be all night. I guess it wasn't. Ruben will talk about how the Belgian meta gradually shifted entirely to Swift Lat, anti-crew tech, propeller tax. It's anti-crew tech? Is it? If you get it to like 7 strength, sort of? Yeah, sorry, Jai, I lied. The thing that I was at ended sooner than I thought it was. And so I came home at 9. I was like, we can still do a stream. I wonder how many arts have won Worlds. Of your arts have won Worlds. Huh. Kat, your SMC won Worlds, which I'm pretty hyped about. I know that for sure. I guess we'd have to look at the tape. Last year? I don't know if there's any. Yeah, probably. Maybe the boomerangs? I'd have to check. They're called tiebreakers, not RWR breakers. It's understandable. They start putting some weird includes. We wanted to play SSO, so Tree Line was a compromise. Hey, Haver, how's it going? I planned a gym trip because I thought you weren't. I'm so sorry, Jai. Look, I'm honestly, you let me know. If I say I'm not going to do something and then I end up being able to do it, should I not do it? I don't honestly know. I honestly don't know what's nicer. The decks will get stranger the further we get from the release of tiebreakers. Oh man, I think in Rapid Nui's write-up is calling out Nightcride's like corp deck, and you know, it is what it is. Sorry, runner deck is like, this is the top performing criminal at Worlds. It has no new cards in it. It's the same deck from 2023. There's just no new cards in this deck. And like, that's for better or for worse. For what it's worth, like the criminal decks have been the same since like 2014. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer, I guess. Just live things faster. You'll be done before Andre, Jai. Yeah. Tree Line is 4 to res before, +4 for crew to trash. Trades pretty well, and Tree Line is 5. There's 3 propeller counters. I was enjoying like Mascaroka and Tree Line on Tuesday when we were playing it into propeller. It did tax it out in a reasonable way. But I don't know. I guess that deck's crew matchup is like not great. I don't know if you have to tech into it. Like, are people expecting actually to play crew at Worlds? There was like 1 crew in the top cut. There's others that were getting close. I know Captain Nice was on day 2 with crew at a minimum. Sokka's boomerangs are Etienne's. Oh. Hey, I realized, did Etienne draw the Chibi t-shirts? Like the Chibi alt IDs? Because the tag looks like it says Etienne's name on it. That all applies to Braun, and the first routine is so good. Not only does it all apply to Braun, it applies to Bo too. Like, it applies to everything. Like, I'll admit, so the breakpoints, excuse me, in Ag Infusion is like Boto at 4, 6 strength. That's annoying. Obviously, Braun at 6 strength, you delete that immediately. But like the issue is Sai Santan at 2 strength just deletes itself immediately. Like, you don't need any tricks for that. So that's kind of bad. So the best thing you can get for is like a lot of times is a 3 or 4 cost ice, or 4 strength ice, excuse me, that they have to destroy, right? The idea is like Drafter and HB is really ugly into, you know, crew, because they have to spend multiple resources to deal with a 3 cost ice that has very important subroutines. So like, maybe I get it. I wonder if it actually worked out. The king was on crew host, did pretty well. Yeah, I think the king was the only person on crew host though in the top cut. I don't know. I was surprised. I wondered if that was something worth playing around. I think it was a deck that you had to understand to know, but I don't know if it was a deck that you'd expect to see at Worlds. Who's playing Patrick Hosh? Come on. Yo, Tom, how's it going? My God, Celebrity Andre. Where are you going? I just came from like a wedding and a dinner thing. 20 Chaz Vigober. Apparently I scared everyone into thinking crew host was real. Yeah, I know. I heard of the other teams were like testing into it. I think it's a cool deck. For what it's worth, I think Brandon's version of crew host is my favorite version, and I haven't played it yet. I just think it looks really good. Like Alarm Clock makes a lot of sense for that deck because getting locked out is pretty bad, and you like those HQ runs. So I actually want to try crew host with Alarm Clock. I don't like the diversion of funds that much. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It didn't feel like that consistent. It felt really fun. I'm pretty sure those lists didn't cut any bronze, so they played both. Can I request people just don't play crew at UK Nats? Thanks. Well, what are you playing, Lucille? You worried about crew host? It's just crew host. Crew host is fine, but I was teching for it as ag is a waste of slots. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't say it that harshly, maybe, but I think that matchup it's really hard. Like, I think putting a virus in your deck is way more important than getting a weird ice into your deck, but I don't know where that influence comes from for the tree line. Tiebreakers were specifically looking for corps that could cope with lat and crew. Wild. Okay. So crew was a huge part of the meta. That's interesting. I heard a lot of pop-up people thought we would be on crew host. Yes, I know. We also played crew host. Like, I know Jeff and I played crew host on stream, and I had some videos up with it. Like, it's a cool deck. But I don't think internally a lot of the testing team thought crew host was good enough. Tree lines are nice that you can force scaling to be turbine prop rigs. That's the other reason. Boto can't do that, and neither does boarding control. No, it can't. It can't. I was honestly worried that people would play more sentries. Like, I thought taxing out Revolver would be a reasonable way to make Lat annoyed, and I think it still is. I'm surprised that we didn't see the sort of like PE deck with only like 9 sentries, like a Bridgman style PE from years ago. The matchup was always doomed. Tree line seems insufficient. It's my wedding anniversary. Still here to say, hey, Brennan, I dressed up for it. Happy to you and your partner. Hopefully you're doing well. Honestly, I have no idea what corp I'm playing still because I hate playing all corps this meta. So leaning towards Asmari kill so my corp games will get over quickly at least. Lucille, your expectations of what you want out from UK Nationals is obviously up to you, but I'm assuming one of two things. Either bringing Asmari kill to the one event that people are most expecting people to bring Asmari kill to is maybe not the best idea. But secondly, Asmari kill has mostly been doing good in the UK, so maybe that makes sense. You see, it's pretty late in the UK, as you know, so I can make those sort of like biting comments at this hour. Woo! A Halloween prank. Patrick, how's it going? Andre's costume is respectable. Thank you, Brennan. Appreciate the fanciness. First Moss Smoke, now Crew Hosh. You should play Asa before it goes. Asa's so fun. I am so like, oh man, all the FFG identities, most of the FFG identities that are leaving in rotation are like, that's a big hole, NSG. NSG, that's a huge hole. What are you going to do? You're going to reprint a nice little value pilled HB with some creativity just for us gamers? You get to play the best ID since CI/ETF. Clipped. We'll post it in hashtag UK for them to wake up to. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate it. They'll be like, who's that guy in a suit? He seems to know what he's talking about. My brain is not wired for purple IDs. Oh, that's fair. I think it takes a while to like make Asa click if you don't play Asa, says the guy who like plays Asa poorly on stream, apparently. Let's give this a shot. I'm not very good at Lat. Like, for as good Lat is, I think that's a reason why I've spent very little time on the channel playing Lat, but I've been playing a fair bit of Lat in like scrimmaging and like degree meal sessions and stuff like that. So this Lat is different enough that like having this breaker suite available to me is going to make me not play it perfectly because don't know what we should be doing. But I think landing deep dives and just like basically controlling the table and getting your first 2-3 points to the remote server and then just pivoting to deep dive, that's my game plan. D did a really nice write-up. I read it though a week ago. So if there's any like very interesting points about how to play this deck, I hope I have remembered them. You have flop? Who needs more econ? You need to draw the flop. That's a problem. Why did D have to shout me out like that? Did you get a nice one? Or did you get like a really mean one? Second biotic helps so much to close the games. In Asa? I like it. I like the like lines. Like when you get a Vitruvius counter and your deck has either a biotic, a seamless, and or an audacity, like, oh my god, the game opens up so much. Zamari kill variance is high, can easily drop too many games over 14 rounds. In a smaller event with enough Mari players, someone will flip heads and have an X and 0 record. That's what I heard from a lot of people, including Rowan. It's like Worlds is just too big and too many rounds that you'll get some quote unquote free rounds, but like free rounds do not convert an event as big as Worlds, where the cut is as competitive as Worlds. So like, yeah, I don't know. If you bring it to your single elimination regional, like I get how that can do really, really well. Again, that's actually meant to be more respectful than the last comment I said. Ace Isaac, Ace and Freedom were hard to see go. I don't think I've ever played Freedom and been like, yeah, this is for me. But like, I do appreciate that Freedom is one of the coolest IDs. I can't play Jai's Asa to save my life. Where's the econ? I think the last time I played like Jai's Asa, which I honestly thought was Tuno's Asa back in the day. I think Tuno had posted a list very similar, much earlier. I played against like Daria, who's playing Tag Me Criminal with Amakua. I put a damn Lycian multi-munitions on HQ against what turned out to be an Amakua rig. It was the worst game I've ever played in Netrunner. I conceded it. It was terrible. Yo, Daijin, how's it going? Happy Halloween. Did you go out trick-or-treating with the family? Why pro? We have a spooky ghost watching. Hey, thanks, you too. Okay, so this is 44 cards, so we're assuming it's more likely the sort of kill decks than it is anything else. We have a good enough economic start. We have Gamble, we have Telework, we have Biobands, which we don't want to play for our tempo. I think we want to play that to remove turn tag, especially if it's all like on a turn where we get false lead. Overclock is like not that important. Compilation is not that important. We don't have that much card draw. I think I like this hand because it's comfortable, and then we can see how fast they go. But I could see some players want to mulliganing this. I'm hoping we'll get lat card draw. I need a Tay or Epiphany to be good so I can do kickflips. Unfortunately, neither of them are. I've tried really hard to get consistency out of Jinja Flower Serpent and Tay. It's just so swingy. It's definitely swingy, and it folds a lot to Central's pressure. It's hard to do everything. I think that will maybe get better in time. Lat is like a blank slate. It's basically shaper, make whatever you can think of it. Yeah, it's just kind of like Oshiko. It's like there's going to be a lot of decks that are just going to be strictly better in Lat. Okay, what's the worst case scenario here? I'm assuming it's like a maze on top of something else. I don't actually want to run Centrals because if I hit like a Behold, the game's kind of effed up. They mulligan though. So I think we just end on 3 cards. It's actually not unlikely this is a Spin Doctor, but I'm more worried about it's a Rashida. So we could do Sure Gamble, Telework, use Telework, click for credit. Like I don't love running single accesses against Reality Plus. Because if it's a Behold, how bad is it? It's pretty bad. Even if it's what's it called? Oracle Think Tank, it's pretty bad. F it. I'll take risks. Public Trail. Oh shit. Y'all want to go down to 3 cards in hand? Don't worry. If we get Economic Warfare, we lose. Oh no, we get Lat Draw. Axis? Action? Okay. Okay, so it's no Spin Doctor. All right, so we know that they're on Public Trail, so obviously they're going to try and hurt us. I'll tell you. Thank you. But I didn't say anything. Wait, are you listening? Jai, stop being smart. Let's keep lifting. Jai's deck also has 2x Trank and TB to recycle Rashida. I like that deck with 3 Trank. Planogram. Okay, so this is a Maze Amusements on a Holloman onto something else. That's not going to be easy to deal with for sure. I think that mostly right. Also, if your opponent doesn't keep both kill lines in hand all the time, you get free wins. Yeah. Oh, sorry, love. Okay, do we need to contest this? I just want to kind of set up a bit. I don't think we need to do anything with the compilation. If we are ideal with the compilation, our best case is to find the end of the line and just make it ours, which would be sick. I'm assuming this deck is running 3 Behold. I actually haven't caught up enough on the meta to know what. I honestly would Dirty Laundry Archives last click. I don't want to touch a card. This is not great. It's 3 cards and a card draw though, because we get a card out of our hand. We actually might have been better just to install the compilation, considering we are a Swift deck. I don't think we need to use our dirty laundries like that. We have enough money. We don't need that 3 cards there. We just need the card draw. Yo, Tron, we're doing the deck of the week. Who are we dressed as tonight? Man who went to wedding. Me. It's me. Ghost is there for Halloween Spirit. Oh, fuck. This is a Better Citizen program. I'm glad we played the dirty laundry now. So this is the list that Odd Radish was playing. Tranquility, I don't know if it was there, but BCP is really annoying when you run event or Icebreaker, and our deck is mostly run events. In fact, swift amount of run events. Now we're gaming. This is definitely a Smurf. Giving candies to kids while my kids went to collect. What do they dress up as? All right, we need an SMC here. We'll end up taking one tag. We want to deal with this server. Almost all parts of it we want to deal with. So now the buy bands, we actually get to clear the tag. I kind of hate this. How quickly can they win? Ooh, ah! Hey, Aaron. If you're going to play in a suit, you need to play Corp Command. I know Esteban, I know, but I don't think it's actually going to work out like that. I honestly don't know what to do here. The responsible thing might be to pinhole the Holloman because that's how we lose. Next turn, they could do a Holloman to score out of 4-2. Yeah, we might have to just pinhole the Holloman. They gain 2 cards or 2 credits, though. We should find out sooner than later. This sucks. Once you draw fully up, you're more than surviving. Ancient 47, but not bald. Okay, so they took credits. All right, so we want to clear the tag, and we just probably play the creative. I don't like our card draw situation. Pause for effect. Draw. Bad. It's a variant of mine. Oh, cool. Hey, London. Happy Halloween. Thank you. Myself as some wizard for H. Potter Kid as Elf and a friend of Kid as Super Mario. Okay, that's probably an agenda. I think that's what an agenda looks like. Andre is dressed up as a person with a real job. Very funny, Aaron. I think we're going to buy a bins and we're going to remove the tag draw 2. Or we're going to draw 2 and see what happens. They might have something in HQ. We know there's just a public trail in there. I don't know what's going to happen. BCP is beautiful. It's so annoying. Ugly. Oh, we're the best. So what is this? A big Beal? So we know public trail in hand. Okay, so we should play the Dirty Laundry this turn if we can. Your Digital Life, I don't think we care about them having this or not. So they could score a Beal and be on game point. I'm glad they didn't score the second one. It's actually likely to be the third one. I don't know what else they would push. Offworld? I think you're like, obviously we telework, it's a free draw. I'm assuming it's another BCP because I think they would actually jam the second BCP. Wait, that's always so scary to see. Yeah, it has to be another BCP if we see one in hand. Okay, so now we're just not going to play run events. He says holding a Swift. 2 overclocks. Just don't worry about it. So we know public trail, we know Yodel in hand. They probably can't win next turn. But like, I don't know, this is not interesting. It just means don't play your cards. Like, it's strictly wrong for us to play our run events. Like, not strictly wrong, but 90% of the time wrong. Like, I don't think that makes an interesting game to be like, oh, you played a deck of mostly run events, your deck is garbage now. Right? Like, it's not the interesting part of Netrunner where we're now like making plans and stuff. Like, if this was it's like Asmari, but worse. Just go tag me. So far, if they're playing public trail, I would assume no, but install this, take 2 tags, sick. Like, we're going to have to go tag me. The idea is like, we want to go tag me on the deep dive turn. Like, we just need to get a click gainer. So I think we actually install the Swift and threaten to win next turn. We keep one run event. I don't think we keep another Simo chip. So what do we do? Run, gain and click back, deep dive, steal 3-pointer and 2-pointer win? Probably not great. Swap 1 Sand for Hollow and added a 3rd mana garment instead of the 3rd Trank. I didn't know the deck was on that many Tranks. That's sick. If 2x D-die and Swift, sure, you can win next turn. Well, the ice is going to be a problem. They advanced a card. So we're assuming this is a barrier breaker. Like, it's a ping, right? I think we're going to assume it's a ping and just eat the 2 tags and just run it. I don't care. Try to delay it. Yeah, we're going to delay it as much as possible. If we can steal an agenda in this remote server, we're good. Like, we lose to Messna Chesvo, but it's a ping. So we have 3 tags. We'll just clear 2 of them. We have enough cards in hand to not die, I'm assuming. Oh, they have 6, though. Oh, actually, we might die. Okay. Do we want to compilation this? So we can clear down to 2 tags, which means we die to specifically end the line Mindscaping. We have no way to beat that. I think we're just going to clear down to 2 tags because we can't get our card draw. So them drawing to 6 was really good because if we went around 6, we don't die. I don't think we couplate this. So we could just die here. The problem is like, if we do, or we can't do anything else. So if we die, we die. We have trip and open central? Not anymore. You don't die? We could die here. They just need 5 credits and they could do 5 damage. Okay, we're not dead. No cup, no trash? No, I don't want to trash that. We're going to just need our money to win on centrals. So now we just try and win. We just run HQ and see what happens. We actually should clear the tag first. We only get blown out if this is exactly, because we're both on threat 4, if this is exactly a Starlit Night. I'm going to assume it's not a Starlit Night. Otherwise, I don't want to see what, and the, fuck. Shit. All right, that's bad, because that's actually going to end the run. If we clear the tag, so here we're just going to clear some more tags. We don't care about tag? No, this is the one card that does care about tags. This is the worst case. I'm just going to click for a credit here. Oh, sorry, not click for a credit. We have enough things to shuffle away, so we're just going to do this, and then we get the free lat draw. Pause for effect. Rashida, great. So we could still die if they draw the combo. F2P kind of? Yeah, F2P kind of. Rip no SMC? Yep. So now they need to get an ice on HQ, because otherwise we're going to run archives first. Sorry, we're going to run R&D first. We're going to couple a card, then we're going to run HQ. We're going to C3, then we're going to deep dive. And we actually don't need to overclock this turn. Oh, we should anyways, because we might see a 1-pointer. Yeah, it's F2P, it's fine. We'll still have enough cards to steal. The one thing? Yeah, that was the one thing. I was considering clearing the tag first, but then we don't easily have all the clicks. Now we're worried about this being a Hydra. Like, the game has shifted. I'm assuming at this point, we're actually better off not going for it. Do you have enough clicks to deep dive? Yeah, run. We'll overclock one of them. Like, I think at this point, we actually don't do anything. Like, why do we have to do anything now? Their remote server is not great. Their money's not great. We'll find breakers and install them and take 17 tags. Stop giving us that. No SMC is pretty bad. Like, I'm assuming they're on Starlit Night VSA. The only thing that we're really bummed out is like a second Starlit Night or a Hydra. A Mess and Chess would be bad too. I don't think I care if they trash this. I think drawing is more important than playing the Fermenter. But I think the game's going to go slow enough this matters. If they trash this, we're jazzed. No reason to do anything except setup. Yeah, we don't have to go for it this turn. I'm slightly worried, but like here on 6 cards in hand, we don't die to a single tag. Love the Titan Transnational costume. Zeeg, thank you. How's it going? Happy Halloween. Or any code gate. The original list is on 6 to 7 ETR code gates. Fuck off. London, what code gates is the deck on? So we don't have to run this because a single card can't threaten to win. They need 2 cards to threaten to win because then it's haul them in into something. Oh, my stream preview's playing. That's probably not good. Okay. What are the end to run code gates in this archetype? I haven't seen this archetype. 3x Gatekeeper, 2 Messney, 1 Enigma. Oh, that's bad. Isn't it on Seamless? Seamless and Holloman? What is this, Asa? Sometimes. We have to clear the tag, though, actually. It might have been reasonable to clear the tag. Wow, thanks. I hate it. We have our Oiler. We actually probably want to throw our Oiler out. We're going to have issues, though, because we haven't drawn... Oh, no, we have our console. What am I going to say? The thing is, like, we don't want to install our Oiler. The Oiler's really bad, too, because then we have to take 2 damn tags, and then this silly Starlit Night stops the game from being fun. When did they advance? Hey, when did they do that? That's illegal? Did you see that happening? I didn't see that happening. All right, so we can do Oiler, overclock, clear 2 tags. That's probably fine. Wasn't it like a turn? No, it's just last turn. Yeah, we'll have to run this. So we just can't break sentries. That's fine. We only have 3 tags. All right, no Hydra, no Starlit Night. We're gaming. Like to show I'm surprised, glad it's happening. What's the costume? Is a Wayland cosplay? No, this is my actual just suit. I came from a wedding. The dinner ended at 9 and we're like, Okay, we can do this. Well, fuck, that guy's pretty big. What's it cost? 9? Okay. All right, game. I'll pay 9. Watch it be the F2P. Yeah, if it's F2P is bad. F2P is not good for us. But I think we actually win here. Shit. I wanted that to be a 5-3. All right, think this through, Andre. They are... How do they win? Fast advance? They win through fast advance? Like, I'm assuming that they're going to win off of shipment from Vladisibirsk. And we can't stop that. So I'm assuming we have to cupulate this click for credit and overclock R&D. We are off script. Can't tell how they're going to win. I'm assuming if they're playing all this much... I'm assuming with all this money, like, that they have a shipment. They either have, like, I don't know, post-truth dividend. Is that what that's called? The 4-2? They win by SGP all your stuff? I don't think we mind. We've been floating a tag for a while. Ben Blum, how's it going, by the way? We've been floating a tag for a year. I think we just do cupulation, fermenter. We just YOLO HQ. I mean, obviously R&D. Might as well use the overclock while it's affordable. 4 teams freedom, excuse me. Fucking found it. Shit, I found it. Damn. Hi, Andre. Hey. I love the John Wick drip. Kent, how's it going? All right, well, at least they're only on 5 credits. Oh, we nailed the lat draw, keeping 2 deep dive. How are we this good? Yeah, that was the bad one. End the run century. What's going on? Yeah, this card's... I can't believe people stopped playing this. People are so scared of Fazarum, and Fazarum is never there. Like, people are not playing Fazarum. So the fact that they're spending time on their turn means we don't lose. Yeah, reinstalling breakers into Better Citizens program is a bit messed up, isn't it? So we know the hand is public trail. They have a... might not have a seamless. Wait, we can just run this though, right? This deck is funny. We can just run this. Why didn't they not return these? People are not playing for Fazarum, which deck won Worlds? Yeah, but that one's like an outlier. No money? It costs us 1 credit to run this. We click through Braun. I'm not doing a good job reading my opponent, but I'm going to run this. Gatekeeper, fantastic. Phenomenal. Just good. That's just good for us. Get that out of the way. They'll draw into their win condition now. Jeremiah, hello. Welcome to the stream. They leave both breakers? Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Okay. What does it cost to a revolver to break a drafter? Firstly, what does it cost? Can we do cupulation, run archive, steal a card, SMC trick shot? No, that's too many clicks. But we can do SMC trick shot. What happens if we bounce into this? Do 3 net damage, do not care. Gain 5 credits, do care a lot. End the run. Okay. So we can do SMC trick shot. That will give us a couple tags. Don't worry about it. We'll be on 7 credits. Because this is plus 3 and 3 is, sorry, 6 credits. We'll be on 6 credits. SMC for our gun is 4 credits. And we have to boost at least twice. Oh, that's not going to cut it. I think we're short. If we do credit SMC trick shot, then we're on 7. So it's 2-4 for the gun. 1 for this. Then we have to boost twice, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so far we've only seen self-growth program. The revolver boosts to 4 and then to 7. So we need to do 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're literally 1 credit short from seeing the top of R&D, the top 2 of R&D. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, just 8 credits. Unfortunately, we have credit SMC go, which will put us to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 credit short. They didn't shuffle any back. They drew 3. Okay, I'm just going to assume we're not going to lose this turn for some reason. We might lose. They're probably pre-advanced our mode. I'm assuming that they're just going to like seamless or the other one. Yeah, this one, shipment. We lose to shipment. Yeah, good game. Yeah, we're 1 credit short of seeing the top of R&D there. They didn't res this, and I think their comment, thanks you too. Their comment about, what's it called? That they should have res this the turn before. Maybe we should have realized that it was like a code gate that would end the run. Or something that would end the run, because they thought the Brawn would do it, and the Brawn didn't. So we had to assume that this was something, because they biffed on the last turn. So the other line actually we might have want to consider is, could we run HQ? And we were on 4 credits. No, because the gun comes in at 1 strength, right? Yeah, so we have to need 6 credits to break one of these sentries. That's a bummer. It came down to 1 credit. Thick. Yep. I don't know. For a long time, FFG made these like NBN agendas that were just like, just miserable if the condition happens. Just miserable. I think it was decided on hitting Starlit. Starlit was really bad for us because we floated 1 tag on threat 4. If it's exactly a Starlit, that's the one thing that really blows us up. If it's VSA, we don't care. If it's ping, we don't care. But then if we clear the tag to face check into the Starlit, that's really bad too, because, well, we just don't deep dive that turn. Could have deep dived? Yeah, if it was not a Starlit, we would have deep dived that turn. This is uniquely one of the cards that have been a problem. I think if it was a Gatekeeper, it might have been a problem too, but I think we're okay with them resing a Gatekeeper there. But yeah, the Starlit Knight was the worst case scenario. And face checking dies into Reality Plus. Not fun. Let's run that back. Yeah, self-growth program BCP is kind of cool. I don't know why they left us with the breakers though. I think like returning the Gauss to the hand was more important. Like they returned the Swift and they returned the multi-axis. Maybe the multi-axis makes sense. I don't think the Swift makes sense. Or maybe I just don't see what they have in hand. We got blown out. Yeah. It's weird. So Reality Plus like won Worlds, and it's the idea that a lot of people said, hey Tom, oh sweet. A lot of folks said like ban Reality Plus. That was like the call, you know, months ago. And now that since it's won Worlds, not that we saw it really on stream that much. What did people think about Reality Plus? I don't know. All right. No SMCs. That's not great. One of the best opens of the Asa is like trick shot SMC for obvious reasons. Thank you too. I feel like we can't keep this. I don't think we can play the game until we get our SMC. What do y'all think? I think I want to mulligan this. Like whatever, simultaneous, whatever, overclock, whatever. But trick shot and Swift are the good cards in our hand. Now Swift is a 2 of. It's really good into this deck. This might be jukebox, right? So like getting clicks is pretty good. But I can't tell if we want these 2 cards. I think it might be a bit too slow. I think we want to ideally draw with like card draw SMC. Because we have 3 trick shots, 3 trick overclocks. We just need an SMC. This is a similar hand. It's not perfect, but it's a bit better, I think. So we'll see what kind of Asa this is. I'm assuming it's the sort of click gainer. Click loser. Click loser. If they don't ice something, we can do like Swift trick shot, but ideally we don't trick shot for multi-axis. We trick shot because we have an SMC or a breaker, or, you know, you use the whole thing. Tom kept. Swift is the most important card in the matchup. Yeah, I believe it. If this is like West Coast. Do we run Parisha? Yeah, we do run a Parisha. We definitely do run one Parisha. I'm going to face check this. I think it's super important. This is like what we saw at Worlds where like you just do SMC trick shot and they'd be like, I can't res both. I'm just going to face check this. I don't care. It actually might be reasonable to do Swift trick shot, but if they just res this ice, we lose 6 credits. It seems kind of bad. I could see a reason why we want to do that, but I just want to face check this because if they res a Gatekeeper, we want to get this res sooner than later. This means we probably won't get lat draw. If they don't shuffle back, I don't think we want to run HQ. We can't really make the HQ run make sense. Ideally, if they shuffle, they shouldn't shuffle back here because it denies us lat draw. So we're assuming this is a Rashida. Pinhole check, 2. Best top deck pinhole. Ooh, Dirty Laundry to Swift is really good. I think Dirty Laundering HQ here is not great because we're assuming this is the deck that has 9 points of Ikoas that we can't interact with. So there are some like highs to the Dirty Laundry HQ, but I think I'm just going to Creative Commission here. We gotta talk D at a 1x pinhole. Yeah. Sokka's notes, always poke remote for turn whatever's HB if they don't open hedge. Yeah, always, you should. I think the one reason that you don't if they hedge is like maybe it's an MIC, but just run later. But fuck. I don't know why people don't run the remote server into HB and into this. Okay, this is interesting. So this tells us what the deck is, right? Because if this is Jukebox, they don't run Off-World Office, right? This is like the Ace of one. Does the situation change so hard after the hypothetical hedge? It just changes it to like MIC. Wait, so this is not Jukebox, right? Jukebox is running Luminal, 3 Vitruvius, and then just 3-pointers? I played 1 pinhole on my list. I'm going to draw once to see if we get anything better. Okay, well, that's not really useful. They discarded 1 card. There's definitely an agenda in here. What is this draw? I don't want to run last click. They're probably only on 6 points at Ikoa, but we need to set up, otherwise we can't win the game. These are really bad draws. So the problem is we can't beat a Gatekeeper. The next thing that we have to deal with is probably Gatekeeper Managarm. Yeah, like this turn. And we're not set up to deal with it. Icing MHQ is fine. We're way more worried if they set up that ice here for a fully operational play. Our best top deck here is self-modifying code by a mile. And if not, we're just not playing the game. We're not playing the game. Oh my god. Wait, what do you do when you draw like this? The deck wants you to trick shot? Yeah, but we have no good value for the trick shot. Like, immediately with this trick shot here, we can trick shot R&D. If it's a drafter, it's like it's not great for us, but we can at least do this and charge server too. It's clickless and we have 2 more, so I'm going to do it. But I don't love this. Like, it's very easy on 7 credits for them to res like a 2 or 3 cost ice, and it's probably a bit worse for us, especially if it's 3 cost ice. Like, if it's a Gatekeeper here, that refills their hand. I think we're happy with that. But the fact that we just can't deal with a single Gatekeeper feels bad. Ice HQ's weirder. I agree. I don't think you want Ice HQs, but if they're holding 1 card in hand, maybe that's an agenda. But like, you generally want your ice to set up your fully opt servers. So this probably has to be a Rashida for them to be happy about this. No further. Okay, sick. Who was I watching that was playing a Hyperloop? I don't know what this is. I don't think we're going to use 6 credits trashing on here. Now, the Maryland campaign's not a good draw for them. R&D being ablative, yeah, it might make sense. I actually don't think I want to trash the Maryland. I think it's more important that they draw this than they draw a fully operational. So I'm okay with this, I think. Now, we're wasting money, but I honestly think that might be okay for us. We're hoping it's a Sand. Okay, we're totally off the tracks. We are off script once again. I've been told there's a Gauss hate. No Gauss hate so far, D. We had a good Gauss. D, how do you open this? This is our opening. I don't know what to do. Draw, Fermenter. Okay, that's a good draw. Gauss hate from me? Oh, it's from Cat. It's okay. It's calls coming from inside the house. Oh my god, we're going to lose this game behind a single Gatekeeper. Holy crap. They're just gaming harder than we are. Is that a real tie? It's a real tie. I don't know how to tie a tie. Anytime I have to tie a tie, which is like twice a year, it takes me 20 minutes to figure it out with a lot of help from YouTube. And I get so stressed and so salty. I get so salty trying to do something that's so simple. And can someone answer me this? Obviously, a lot of people know how to tie a tie. When the heck did you learn? Like, are you all going to private school and you have to put on a tie every day? Like, do we go to jobs that we have to wear ties every day? How do people know how to do this thing? I usually just find someone who I think has better life sense than me. I learned to tie a tie from YouTube tutorials. So did I, but I learned to do it like once every 6 months. So I don't remember it. I learned in cadets. Yeah, that's a good answer. Andre Salty, I would never. Shut up, Jeff. God damn, I love playing Asa. They're not even acing. They're just playing PD. I had a bar mitzvah. I promptly forgot. Yeah, that'll do it. It's mainly because I like to wear a tie. Oh, Diogen, I used to know how to tie a bow tie. My dad taught me in high school. It's really cute, like the amount of really kind YouTube comments of people being like, "Hey, thanks for teaching me how to tie a tie. I don't have a dad, and I thought my dad would do this," and everyone's like really nice about it. Fuck. Bow ties are great. They're really hard to tie. Lots of church growing up. Oh, you were tied to church. I have to relearn every time I have to be in or near a wedding. Yeah, yo, how's it going? I might chin around by. I'm probably saying that way wrong. Excuse me. Free dirty laundry. At a minimum, we're going to check archives. But at a maximum, how are we losing to Gatekeeper Managarm? I do not like this. I do not like this, Sam. I am. What do they throw? They threw out a Spin Doctor. That's wild. You can create a nice bow tie with a tie? Can you? Like, you don't even need one? What the F is tie day? Friday was tie day in my middle school, believe it or not. Did you go to like a fancy school that had a, I'm assuming you had a, I need a draw here. I had a, like I went to Catholic school growing up. We had a uniform. It wasn't a tie though. I think you could wear a tie, but like nobody wanted to. This simul chip seems sus. I don't think we want the simul chip. We definitely want to get the propeller down sooner than later. Hey, it's Eddie. Or Eddie left. I think we want to get the propeller down sooner than later, but I don't think I want to play any of these other cards. I think we just draw once more and just discard a bunch of stuff. Okay, whatever. So we are going to lose before these teleworks make any sense. Hey, Sue, thank you, Cror. We went to an event. Simul chip is great. It means SMC becomes 2 SMCs. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think with the propeller, yeah, maybe we're going to need 2 SMCs. We definitely are going to. I think that's better than... I do think we're going to have to draw anyway, so I don't mind it too much, but we're going to have to get it down. Never get a bow tie that isn't clip-on. I have a nice bow tie over there. I don't know the last time I wore it. In the UK, we wore ties for school. Yeah, okay. And that's like public school, right? Or is that not? It's like okay. I don't know. I struggle. It's not easy. It shouldn't be that hard. Okay. That's a second Spin Doctor. They use their ASA install. They're on like Sands and City Grid, so I don't know if they're on... I'm assuming they're on 5/3s, but they actually might just be on low to the ground, like also 3/2s and 3/1s. There's a chance their deck has like a higher agenda density, like 11 or 12 agendas. It's okay, looking sharp. Thank you. The UK public schools, private school, and private schools, public schools seems good. It's strange in Ontario. Like Catholic school is public school. Like it's publicly funded, from my understanding. Which like for it being technically a religious affiliated school doesn't, like, that's strange. That's notably weird. I'm not sure exactly what the rules are, but it's just something that's existed for a while, and I think it's a hard thing to fight against. But like Catholic school, you don't need to be Catholic, but it is publicly funded. Your tax money goes to it. The notable sense and seamless synergy. It was normal school. Weirdly, in the UK, public school actually means private school. That's strange. Okay, we need to run everything all at once. SMC. Okay. Okay. SMC. Okay, that's good. We have to do something. I'm refusing not to do anything. We can do Revolver, run server 3. Worst case is a Gatekeeper. If it's an MIC res that late, I don't care. But like we want to get down, I think a powers that be probably. Yeah, you tell me. I don't know. So we have comprehensives, public schools, grammar schools, private schools, and most of those are actually academies and not schools these days. We are a normal country. That's good. Gatekeeper, fine. You got it. Draw 3. I think Revolver O'Clock server 3 is fine. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. Here we're going to run HQ. In the US, you can't be a religious organization and receive public funding, though that might change. Yeah, no, exactly. Like it is strange. It is notably weird. I've changed my mind. Sorry, dude. Need to throw some tea into the harbor and protest. Stuck from oldie worldy times. Where was that, or go to work in the factory? Ah. What do they teach you at the factory? Probably a good day's work. Rip fuck. All right. We're not closer to Lat. We're not closer to anything. Second Rashida, honestly, best. That's fine. This is fine. I thought we were going to lose. I'm wondering if this deck is even a flop. We found one. U.S. Supreme Court recently ruled that charter schools can be religious if there are other non-religious charter schools as options. I would guess it's a similar situation. Probably. I imagine it like goes back decades and decades. But yeah, we went to like Catholic elementary and Catholic high school. You weren't supposed to be streaming tonight. No, Eric, I wasn't. But the thing I went to finished at like 8:30. We're home at 9. And I was like, wait a second. I'm already in a costume. It was really nice. How you doing? The timing on that is perfect. Thanks, I try. We're getting smashed out here. On every angle, things have been bad. Does this deck win Worlds? Oh, it didn't? Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, dude. All right, they're off. This is a recent ruling in the US. 3 years for what I know. Cool. Wild. Okay. So they got a lot of stuff going on. We're still assuming this is a Managarm. I went to the rare combo of a state-funded selective grammar school. The term grammar school is really funny. That shade? I thought it was funny. I have the most respect for most people, including D. Looking spiffy, thank you, Ian. You look like you're about to, oh, it scrolled up, about to shoot Marvin in the face. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Gauss went undefeated, canonical fractor. I honestly don't mind the Gauss, D. I'm a god. Like we're roasting cat here, I'm pretty sure. What's the chance we top deck an SMC? Like, I don't know a way out of this. Draw. Didn't watch Pulp Fiction? Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. I've seen that film. It's with the guy from Greece in it, right? Everyone's favorite guy from Greece? Grease Lightning? Secret Stream, good evening. Wenjong, how's it going? Happy Halloween. At least I can draw an SMC. Thinking, yeah, at least Cat can draw an SMC. That's true. How are we meant to win when we can't break a 0-cost code gate? Or 0-strength code gate, excuse me. Like, even if we draw an SMC, we can't do anything. So, like, what's the most damage we can do? It's a movie from the My Dinner with Andre community episode, right? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I know that one. Quechua, we're playing D's deck list from the deck list of the week right now. I mean, overclock HQ? Like, feel like we're doing something? We're going to use these credits to steal Nikoa. It's going to be really good, actually. Or we're going to find him a virus. Oh, that's good to know. They did use a Spin Doctor, but there's still one in the bin. Like, I don't think we play these. I think we have to draw or we lose. Oh my god. Oh my god. What's going on? Like, maybe we can win on a deep dive? Action? Deck is giving you 3 copies of the best card in the game. It's your fault. You haven't played 2 of them. This card's only good when you have ways to break ice, I think. We have to draw and we lose? Yeah, we're going to do both. Ghost Lightning. Francie. I love John Grease from the movie Grease. Yeah, he's the one that you want or something. Ooh. It's not over? They're not a 5/3s. Tom doesn't have 5/3s. All right. Turn 7. Is Lag gonna find a breaker? Click to draw. Yes! Okay, how do we not lose to Ablative? They're only on 1 Quad? They might not be. So here we have to do, we don't have to use Pop the Fermenter. We could. We definitely could. I think we lose to like Biotic. It might be on Biotic. So we want to get the Simul chip down because we're going to have to recycle this. So we have the SMC. We kind of don't want to show it, honestly. I cleft. We might not actually not want to show it. Because, well, at this point, well, there are 20 cards left. Like, how do we not have a way to break a gatekeeper? You found the exact list? Okay, that's fine then. Thank you for your espionage. I appreciate it. I think we just take the fermenter for 10 before they end up purging. I think we waited long enough to not ask for a window. I'll sleep fine at night. I feel okay about that. Okay. Unless they win this turn, we're gonna win. Cup trick shot sweep HQ. I don't think we need to. I think I would rather put them in the remote server. But if we lose to Biotic or Audacity, we lose to Biotic or Audacity. Like, maybe the part of putting SMC down is that they don't know that we're not on Clot. I think if we were a tied game, I think I would do the HQ sweep. But because we're so far behind, I think we have to actually just hope that they don't have it and try and like win in a more cool way. All right, that's an ablative. That's also an agenda. That's also an agenda. They're all agendas. We gotta run all of them. Gotta run all these cards. Ah, send it. Braun. Fine. I don't care. I'm touching cards. It's gonna be good. Ah. Yes. Yes. We're coming back. Do we just deep dive? Wow. Well, we're just good. We don't need the code gate breaker. Yeah, that's what we thought that was. That's fine. We get to use a full propeller. We're going to win this one. I believed in us the whole time. Every time. This is how D wins games on R&D on turn 1 and a bit of turn 2. You just got to hope. Sorry, you got to believe. I meant to say believe. I'm sorry, D. I think we are going to deep dive. We can still deep dive this turn, though. Like, this does not preclude us from deep diving. Well, they probably only have 2 more Vitruvii. Tattoo Bola? Oh, that's annoying. D catching so many straight. I'm so sorry. I think D will laugh. This is annoying. No, this is fine. NSIGs, check for NSIGs. We've set up NSIGs by putting programs in our bin. So simulchip, prop, break. They can ASA group install. What do you think server 1 is? Another Sansan? At this point, I think server 1 is a Manigarm. You spent the ice on server 6? Oh, yeah, you're right. They did. I don't think they're going to need the money, but I didn't realize they double iced that. I'm going to pay attention to that at some point. D could have beat Socket in 1 fewer clicks with trick shot like that. Res a Manigarm. Ah, we will pay 5 credits. We will keep our clicks for winning the game. Holloman. Got to deal with that guy. The guy's a dick. Okay. So server 3 is clickless run. Okay, thinking. Big think y'all here. Never played it. We can run HQ, we can run archives, we can trick shot. If we see a 2-pointer, we win. If we see not a 2-pointer, we lose. And we can't steal Iqua. The other option is we just check 3 things on the table. I honestly think that checking 3 things on the table is more financially responsible. This is a snap trick shot? And bounce Braun? Why? Why? It's not the exact list I found. Or once again off script. Why would we snap trick shot? Ian, you okay? Deep dive? You think it's a snap deep dive? Ian, I'll do this for you. But that's because if you're right, I'm happy. But if you're wrong, tonight I'm feeling feisty enough. We win 100%. I like those odds. Check server 3? If only it didn't cost us anything to check it. Action. I swear to God if we lose on this. Like, they were surprised we saw that many points. DD next turn. It's too late, D. I agree with you. Playing safe is bad for the algorithms. We're asking for, yeah, if they want to spin Doctor. Yeah, dude up. Yeah, okay. So they drew, we don't know those cards. So this actually doesn't do anything. Usually. I'm glad that they think they're cooked. Oh no, Ian's so good. Oh my God, Ian. Just good. Just one turn. You just need to spend one good turn. Just one good turn is all you need. It is in server 3. Let's go. Yeah, we should check that. I do agree that this is the one that I wanted to check. Hey, thanks for the game. I had breaker problems. Oh yeah. That was wild. We were both right. Yeah, everyone's correct, actually. That's like the best outcome possible. That is honestly the best outcome possible. Let's all find my breaker. Hey, thanks for the game. Hey, thanks for the game. I didn't know it was Mr. Hands a cyberpunk reference or other. Jai, do you not know what Mr. Hands is? Oh no, I don't want to be the one to tell you. Rongi, you're allowed to say it in chat. Unless only this one time. No, actually, you're not allowed to say it in chat, I'll be honest. Spare your innocent mind. Don't. Hey, Tom, good game. I had absolutely was doing nothing until I found a decoder. And then chat was arguing whether we run server 3 or we deep dive. I was server 3 camp, but I just Googled it. Where were you? I didn't do it. Google Mr. Hands, it takes you to a Wikipedia article. You only need to read the title. I can't believe Chris did that. Oh man. All right, let's build something weird. I'm not building a corp deck today. I know I'm dressed for it, but it's fine. Yeah, the draws were really, really weird. You had like absurd start. Like you could turn 2 luminal. You don't win against that as a runner. I don't want to Google it, so tell me here. I'm not going to tell you. It's that bad. It's that bad that I'm not going to say it on stream. So you use that information to figure out whether or not you want to Google it. Yeah, it was a wild start. Hey, SRN, thanks for supporting the channel, by the way. Immediately, Mr. Hands mentioned what? Because, okay, so Chris, gotta keep explaining this. It's fine. So Melandridum is a card that has hands on it. And so jokingly was called Mr. Hands for a bit. And then there was some goading that you won't name your deck list name that. And then I think Chris actually named his deck list that named that and published it. Which, like, there was no way around it. That was what the deck was being called internally because it had hands in it. Unfortunately, it's horrible. I'm now sad that I knew this already. Yeah, I know. I had to be reminded. It's like an old internet thing. If you were on the internet like 10 years ago or whatever. Yeah. I choose to believe that Mr. Hands is a Mr. Bill reference. Cranked. You had a really nice write-up. That was very, very nice to read. Very sweet story. Hey, Thanos, thank you. We came back from an event that ended earlier than, not earlier than it was supposed to, but earlier than I was aware that it would end. So why not show up? Cranked, you're 900 years old. How do you not know Mr. All right, so this is a deck that D was talking about, and I want to try it. I've asked D if I can play this. It seems slightly like secret tech. Turns out it's not secret tech, and it's also not particularly good, but it's particularly interesting. So we're going to play something kind of goofy. And this is called Chisel Arissana. I've not played it. I've not put it together, so we might build a worse version of the deck. D says it doesn't have a good enough agenda. Like you spend all your influence doing one thing largely, and that's not going to be great for you. So hell's bells. So Chisel is a card you can play. It's also a Trojan. This card is pretty powerful if you combine it with some other stuff. And the idea is that this card generally wants to be installed when you encounter a piece of ice, and then you can destroy the ice instantly. And that is something that you can do because it's a Trojan. So you can install this with Muse and Simulchip and SMC, and you can just start destroying things. So this is the thing, though, is you have to spend all your influence doing this, which means you end up with a deck that is kind of, you know, just has a worse matchup spread because you can't run things like pinhole threading or coupulation or whatever you care to play. Spoiler alert, we're also cooking something like this in the world's run-up. Shout out to Bob. Oh, sick. I'm just gonna make sure we're in standard, or we're not. Now we are. So then the influence spread is, if I'm not mistaken, I talked to D about this the other day, is that you want to be running all the devil charms because obviously this card is messed up and everyone hates it. So we'll run 3 devil charms, and then we have a bit of influence left over. I think at this point we either run an ice carver, which is fine. It's 3 influence. We can't tutor it, but it's fine. Don't mention the virtual tutor. Or we can run a cookbook, which cookbook can have other synergy. I think there's a couple viruses and shaper you can play, like Palangi. I don't know if we want to, but we can play one of these. I think I'm actually going to play overall. I think we're going to get more utility out of the ice carver. Lucas told me it was a great minds idea. What did we do for the last 2 influence? Andre, thank you for the kind words regarding my right. It was really nice. It was really, really quite nice. And that's the idea. So the idea here in theory is that we can grab our devil charms, or sorry, we can grab our chisels over and over again with things like Muse and then things like obviously Simulchip. So we should have an infinite amount of ice destruction. How do we win? I'm assuming we're going to win by the conduit. So if we get a conduit down, we can just like run R&D forever and see all the cards in the world and win. That seems pretty nice. The top placing ESA deck or worlds use Pelongi instead of Lem? Yeah, for sure. I think it was actually called Chip. I think it wrote its deck as like Chip ESA was the name of the deck, something like that. Is this finally the moment for Monkey Wrench? Probably not. Probably not, but you could consider it. I think probably not, because this card uses the same sort of tutor abilities that we're going to have to use on our chisel itself, which is going to be a bit tricky. Because why are we grabbing this with our SMC or our Simulchip when we should be grabbing the other card? So that's going to be a bit hard. It's also if you're destroying ice, you have nowhere to put the Monkey Wrench, so you kind of get cornered. Because Monkey Wrench can't move itself, right? Yeah, man, if this thing could click to move itself like Hush, that'd be pretty messed up. I don't know what we're going to do for last influence, and let's just try and build the rest of the deck, because the rest of the deck is pretty... It's going to do something, that's for sure. So let's build a deck. We're going to play Diesels. Oh, I didn't know this. Timmy Wong was telling me about this. This card suggestion list, you can go to settings and you can do show 10 suggestions. You can build a damn deck through this button. I didn't know you could actually get that many suggestions. So then we'll start building some other stuff. We'll play Creative Commission. I like Dirty Laundry and Arissana because we're running a lot. Sure Gamble is fine. I think our console, we're going to be probably playing Lily Pad. We're going to be drawing a couple cards here. I don't think we're going to use Onacom that well. I don't think we need to play any other weird stuff. Go Ice Carver to Monkey Wrench, then you can fit Fizerum. Go Ice Carver to Monkey Wrench. Yeah, but Ice Carver is so much better. It's so much better. Will we play through Lily Pad? Maybe. So environmental testing makes sense because we want to be installing stuff, and that's pretty good for us. I think we want a reason to run. I think there's a chance actually we can play Amakua because we're going to be running a lot. If we're running constantly, Ice Destruction plus Amakua can work out really well. I ended up playing a Nyasha deck to thematically work with the team. Oh, at COS instead. Cool. Gachapon's 2 influence? Yeah, Gachapon's 2 influence. How much influence is Prague? Is Prague 3? Yeah, Prague is 3. Gachapon's okay. It's been a while since we've seen Gachapon and Ari. I'm worried that we're going to see too many of our tools with this and get rid of them. Trick Shot? Yeah, I'll play Trick Shot, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty good. What about the Superior AI Breaker Nanook? Every time that I've played Nanook, it's like not only been bad, it's been offensive. Like it's ran away from me on the turns that I needed the most. We're actually touching agendas. Like we're playing Conduit. So I would rather play like Mayfly. Yeah, Turtle seems good. My idea is that we either play Turtles or we play Aeneas, right? Like we want to get some sort of benefit for running constantly, especially if we can open up servers. And I would say that either we need Turtle or we need Aeneas. Turtle seems more cogent as like a one-stop solution, but Aeneas is like a messed up amount of money if you run Centrals over and over again. Let's try the 2 Amakua. Anything else we need? We probably should have a bit more Trojan support, like just having a couple Slap Vandals in there. Maybe that does something. How else do you build the rest of an Arissana deck? SMC, fine. Seems pretty good. Overclock, don't actually need it. Is there anything that lowers ice strength that's in Shaper? I don't feel like there is. I've not built an Arissana deck in such a long time. Burner's okay. Burner's not bad. I'll play 1 Burner. Turtle seems good. Just add Cubon to replace the Neos. No way that goes wrong. Hush is only 1 influence. Yes, but we're destroying the ice. So we don't actually care that the ice has text most of the time. Like the idea is that ice shouldn't exist. So I don't think we want to spend slots on making the ice text not be relevant. 2 Eco, 1 Propeller, 1 Gauss. I'm actually hoping that our whole Breaker Suite, like we're going to be like Crew Hosh, where our Breaker Suite is just Amakua and then a Slap Vandal and a Pinch maybe, and then just Ice Destruction. UAV is actually not good in this deck. Oh, well, with Slap Vandal is a bit better, but you can't UAV a Chisel, not only because it's a virus, but because it'll be destroyed. So I don't know if we want a UAV. For Nanook, it's a great piece of art. It's a really good piece of art. I like that bear. That's a good bear. Overclock is probably fine because we have to pull out a Conduit at some point. Burner and Prisha sound good. Yeah, Prisha's good. We have Overclock and stuff. We can get it. Alvin, how's it going? Reclaim for more chisels? Is it not way too slow? Trash a card from your grip, install a program or a piece of hardware, virtual resource from your hip, paying its install cost. I honestly would be interested if we had the influence, and I don't think we do, to play like Privileged Access in this deck, because returning an environmental testing and then installing the program seems kind of cool. But that one's pretty tricky. UAV the Monkey Wrench? I don't think we want to do the Monkey Wrench. Chisel plus Priest doesn't do anything, because Chisel's there to destroy the ice. So like if the Chisel's not destroying the ice, what is it doing, right? Like, what's Spree do? Because when the Chisel destroys the ice, it's gone. Leech works with Chisel? Oh, fuck yeah. Leech works really well with Chisel. Yeah, it's very true. I don't think we can do all of it, though. Okay, there's definitely going to be, like, obvious cards we're missing here. No, it doesn't. I thought it does. Whenever you encounter host ice, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, Ice Carver does, though. When you are encountering a piece of ice, this is when you encounter. Okay, so it is. I've said this wrong many times on stream before. Whenever you encounter host ice, it doesn't kind of work. Because this is an encounter text and Leech is while you are encountering. I don't think that's confusing. So this is do an ice that you are encountering. So that's after you the encounter step. Again, I don't think it's confusing. Are you recreating the Haley Parasite deck? Yeah, actually, let's look at the old Haley like Parasite decks. Droids, how's it going? I don't know if I said hi already. So we'll just search Haley. Those were like Cipher decks though, right? Parasite? Yeah, because it needs a paid ability window. That's very, very true. The Novelist. It's a good name. Has turtles in it. Okay, so it is a pawn shop deck with Tech Writer. We can't really do that. Oh, but this is not like a Parasite recursion deck. I don't think. Did you put trick shots? I think we did. No joke. I do think 2x Cubon's probably fine. Can make money going through Ablative and Ping. Yeah, I like Cubon. It rotates. Is there a resource we play? Like, do we play Nukas? I guess we would play at least a Nuka. This might be fine. Do we need a DZMZ? Are we going to afford this? I feel like we don't have enough money. Parasite is 2F and influence. Yeah, the whole core set was kind of messed up. Everything was too little influence. Like, should we play oh, we can't really DJ Fenris, but we could do DJ Fenris for like not for 2 Devil Charms, for 2 Simul Chips or 2 Muse. It might do something. Do we really need 3x Devil Charm? It's a lot of influence. It's kind of the most busted card because it instantly means any ice dies. Like, it is the most powerful ice destruction card. It's also only 2 influence. It seems like a steal. Bring back noise. Somebody doesn't like Augustina. Awkward. Let's see what this draws like. Oops. Let's see what the whole deck draws like. Oh, we're gaming, right? Sure Gamble, Lily Pad, not install a program. Oh, wait, draw. Sure Gamble, Lily Pad, SMC to draw. We're good to go. Yeah, Chisel's a bit dead if you don't have the Devil Charm, right? Wait, actually Chisel's super dead if you don't have Devil Charm. How does this work? Should I load an acid deck? Please don't. How do you, how? When I encounter host ice, the strength is 0 or less. So like, We'll find out how it works. I feel like we don't have enough ways to reduce ice strength. Shaper doesn't have those. Shapers have ways to increase breaker strength. Chisel has boarding drill, tattoo, etc. If you have Ice Carver out. Yeah, it's really good. Or if we have Cookbook, it's the same idea. Does Ice Carver interact with Chisel considering it's on encounter? It is. And I think I got this wrong at some point on stream and I was embarrassed. But it does. And there's even an FAQ before. Ice Carver has a static ability, which means it applies as soon as the encounter begins. The difference with Leech is that it's a paid ability window and you can't do paid ability windows while encountering. Sorry, on encounter, you have to do it while the encounter is ongoing during the encounter step. It's very hard to explain that with not sounding like you're saying the same thing. Chisel can help your Amaku at worst and eventually reach destruction. Yeah, that's the idea too. It's like, it might make some sense. I'll just give it a shot. Is it Hell's Bells? Hell's Bells, I think. I think that's the canonical name for this deck. And we're just going to send it down Central Street with a conduit and then never run into a virus, not even once. You go faceplant, ice multiple times to chisel down. You can. It's just like generally the ice in the format has face checks that you don't want to do that. But you can just like brute force it. But like you don't brute force an Anansi. You don't brute force a Braun. Arissana. I just searched D in the identity list. We can name it something else. The deck was never published, so we're not stuck with that name. D's so stoked about that name. I've been pretty mean today, so I think I probably should make some points back up. Chiseling ice over multiple runs is how Richard Garfield intended. I think Richard Garfield really wanted us to play. What is the other one that's like get 5 counters that destroys any ice? That came out in Katara? There's another parasite, but it like gets 1 counter each start a turn, and once it has 5, it destroys the ice. Tripano, yeah. I don't know how to say that ice or that name. Tripano? This is really bad. Even in a world where we had Hive Mind, this was not playable. The name of the deck list makes me think of that D watches too much Critical Role, and the D responds, I hate Critical Role. Okay, well, boo, ah. Tripano's absolutely awful. Maybe the least redeemable card. We're all working on our own sets, and so I have to look up the text on this card. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just good old Red Sands garbage. Do you know, so I'm like very critical of Red Sands because I had a quality control problem. Has anybody talked about this too? What the heck's an advancement token? Yo, Red Sands, what's going on? Or so, this is Katara? What the heck's an advancement token? Is that actually text that shows up in FFG's world? What's an advancement token? Is that a thing that we have in the game? Oh my god, advancement tokens are real? Wait, I'm the Rube? What the heck's an advancement token? I thought I was dunking on Red Sands. It's not even Red Sands. I did not know that was a term. Not gonna lie, I'd love to have a more distinct naming convention for encountering timing windows. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's really, really hard to understand. That's just tech for Hermes. I mean, yeah, but so is scoring. Hey, Tron. This card's busted with SSO. I don't think so. Something with ice in it. Not op. That's all I'm gonna ask. Have you read The Gauntlet lately? No? Played against Triple Tripano, once in Purging, once every 5 turns was so easy to deny them everything. I agree. Really mean Mirror Morph. Oh, your call. I've installed when you played it, it might have been redeemable. Yeah, I'm assuming it would have worked like do you know what's a really cool card? Oh, what's the yellow one that lets you install a card and put 2 tags if they steal it? It's the audition one. Does anyone know what it is? Casting Call, yeah. Like that card is so cool. Like face up agendas as being a downside, but then having this card actually install the agenda face up makes this card so cool. I think this card is so good. Like so fun. Such an interesting card. The art style also has this sort of like Deep Dream kind of weird aesthetic that shows up on like Ash's cards as well. Intentionally or not. Use token counter about 3070. Thanks, CT. All right, we're playing against Op. That's not great because Op trashes ice, but also we trash ice, so maybe that's good. I don't like this hand. All right, that's fine. Amaku is really rough into this matchup because the deck is probably on 2 or 3 Mavirus. Gauntlet's legitimately a card that makes my day worse when art or read his text box. Oh, the Gauntlet's the Run HQ one. People unironically play Gauntlet Cranked. This is probably not the appropriate time to look up a card, but people unironically played this sometimes in weird Shaper metas where getting a bit of HQ pressure into your Shaper deck on 1 influence made sense. This was at the time where like Shaper had 1 good console, which was Astrolabe, but actually Gauntlet showed up in decks that were like doing okay at tournaments. It is a very bad card. Mind you, at that time we had Desperado, so like it's really silly, but it actually did see some amount of play. Shell game BTL. I love Casting Call and Mumbai Construction Company. Yeah, all right. Okay, we gotta play this game. I think we check the remote server first, then we diesel. Should we diesel first? We could do Devil Charm Mamakua. That's pretty wild. I kicked a Gauntlet demo run deck back in the day. Diesel first, I don't think it actually matters. This is what we're expecting. Oh, diesel first could matter. You're right, because if we drew into the 1x, oh, because we could destroy the ice. Okay. So now I'm assuming we like Amakua Run HQ, install the Cubon. I feel like maybe installing the Cubon is pretty rough into what we assumed to be a Rashida. The other option is, oh, we could have got a Slap Vandal too. Yeah, drawing up first was appreciably better. So I think we do Amakua Run HQ, install the Cubon. Face-up agendas are super cool. Hoping Don keeps them around because they're all rotating. They're all rotating. I think the custom set I'm working on, sorry. Needed. to do this first. On 2 credits, there's no way that Tron's resing, so I don't feel bad about this. Even if it's, I guess the only thing you'd res is a tie, then I'm fine with that. Okay. Rashida feels bad. I can't believe that Andre has simply refused to believe people unironically play Gauntlet. Search it up. There's decks with Gauntlet in it. If anyone in chat unironically played Gauntlet, then I am sorry, and I have a bridge to sell you. So we had to talk about console power level when Desperado was out there. Yeah, it's really strange. All right, so what do we see there? We saw a Chrysium. That's probably not a Chrysium. We need to go a bit fast. So ideally we find... This actually works. This is just too expensive, right? So I think we muse for... Ah, man. I think we actually have to call this because if this is... I wish we had more money. If this is the Eminent Domain, we're in a bad spot. I'd like to point out the Gauntlet came out the same cycle as F and Cipher. Yeah. So we can muse for a Slap Vandal to put on the Sandstone. It cost us all our money, and then we break, and we can't break. Yeah, I do think it had Temujin in the deck. We have a lot of ways to contest this. If we run, we probably get a Purge out. Tehran's deck is very explosive. If you give it a window, it like runs with the window to the bank and back. We probably don't want to let that happen. We could do Devil Charm run it. That's a pretty bad use of a Devil Charm. But if we want to muse for Slap Vandal, that's 4 credits to break. If we want to muse for... I think we just set up and say, like, I hope this is not the worst. And if he scores an Eminent, we just delete it. The issue is this hand is a bit ugly. So I think we just do Devil Charm Creative. No, that's fine. Okay. Maybe okay. Chrysium's really good. 2 common Eminent. That's the worst case. Yeah. Okay. We could have ran that. We don't really care about ED. We have Chisel Charm. Yeah, I know. The 2 con is bad, though. On 0 credits, wraparound. Oh, that fucking sucks. That wraparound is going to be a real damn problem for us. Archer? Okay. So now we just run Centrals. Do we actually grab? There's no way we grab. With a Cubone and HQ going to 0? Carver and slap that wrap. Running HQ is so good for us. The problem is I want to muse for I want to muse. Let's get a Dirty Laundry. Let's drop the conduit. We run HQ here 4 times. Yeah, I might not have wanted to draw. So what can we muse for? I think we might actually Trick Shot just to lock the deck. Okay, do we Arissana? If we Arissana for the muse, what do we get? Another Cubone, we got Temujin. Yeah, but then we're going to lose all our eggs in one basket. Okay. You know there's a Chrysium in here. That's good to know. We can discard 3 cards here, right? We can discard the creative. We can discard... I actually can't. You work sharp. Thank you, Snarin. Did we Trick Shot? I just want to use the muse. The problem is like we don't have great things to grab with it. Because if we don't install a Trojan, we lose it. So we probably actually just muse and install the first thing here. Like I think we might muse and install our first Chisel on the Archer. Maybe that's silly. Can even muse the conduit? Not anymore. This might be an overextension, but like we like doing this anyways. Stavka, Chrysium, okay. So we're gonna discard some cards here. We want most of these. I don't know if we need the creative. Conduit we can install relatively soon. I actually think the Trick Shot is worse than the conduit here. Weird how that be sometimes. Diesel can go. No, we need to draw a lot of cards. We can't win with this hand. Well, we can, but we probably aren't going to win with this hand. I'll get rid of the creative. Could him use Trick Shot, blow up the Archer? Yeah, that's true. I don't know if we need to. What are you gonna do here? Credit? What can you res on 2? It's probably a tithe. Okay. This is aggressive. The problem is like the deck has Mavirus in it for sure. It's a Thimble Ring. It's not good. Would have seen 2 off of R&D and blown up the Archer for free. We're going to blow up the Archer for free no matter what though. Oh, I get. Oh, I regret some things. Okay, the hand is Chrysium Stavka. This could be a Stavka, can't be rezzed. So if we run and blow up the archer, this remote server we can kind of deal with. So I just want to get another counter here. Slap Vandal is 6 strength, yeah. Wait, running server 1 actually gains a credit? That's funny, but I think we actually want to get counters. Whoa, this game got really interesting. Ice Carver Slap gets us in? Into the remote server it does. Oh, wow, that's huge. That was a really big hit. Okay. I think we're actually going to get... Server 1 feels right. We have no reason to blow it up. Tron has an extract. I'm assuming the extract is going to be for the thimble rig. But like, this is what we're expecting. This could be res. It could be an Afshar. I think it's what we're expecting. But if Tron reses this, if it's a tithe, we can respond to it slightly. We have a Muse. So we want to get this Chisel out of our deck. Oh, wow, our MU's full. Oh, that's because we have these. Huh. This deck is so sick. It's really cool. This wraparound is surprising. To R&D as well, though no committing to extract makes sense. Yeah, Tron now, if he reses can't extract. We know there's a Chrysium and a Stavka in HQ. Thinking. I think we just draw. I think we put the pressure off. Your deck? Oh, no, thank you, Sneak Door. I know. This is an idea that I've cribbed from D. So how do we get through the wraparound? Like, we can do Ice Carver Slap Vandal, but that's really expensive. Like, we can't afford to do this run. Our money's not very good. I threw out a creative commission. Don't worry about it. We want to put the pressure on so Tron either has to decide to purge or to extract. It's hard for Tron to do both. Let's draw once for dirty laundry. Okay, that's fine. We'll just run HQ, see what happens here. If it's an Afshar, Tron loses all his money. That's fine. We know Chrysium, we know Stavka, we know extract. I just want to get this up to 6 counters. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Okay. We don't have Pichachon. No, we only have 2 Slap Vandals, 1 Chisel, and then 2 Cubons. Ooh, the Tucana goes. Okay, so Tron has Stavka money. Tranquility's so good. Oh, maybe we should have contested that. That's a Chrysium. So the hand is unknown ice. One of these is a Stavka. For Stavka, we want to get the 7, but if there's Stavka half run, like there's not much we can do about it besides instantly delete it, which we actually can do with Ice Carver Devil Charm. That's really fun. Like the stream. Thank you, Tom. We don't know what this is. I'm assuming it's a virus. I'm not sure when that got discarded. Oh, that was the ice over installed on HQ, that Cubond. Okay. Wow, wraparound's real annoying. Okay. How do we do this? If we get Stavka, it's not good. I think we actually have to destroy the archer to be able to destroy the wraparound. Like, our win condition is destroy everything, so I think we just have to start destroying. We can run this for free. Trashing the Tranquility is just not really affordable this turn, but we could do it. So the archer goes for free. We break Sandstone for 1. We break Thimblerig for 1, get 2 back. So this is the same as jacking out, but we get a turtle counter. So let's do that. Ice Carver Devil will let you kill the rep. It will, but we also need to use the Muse and get the Chisel back. Like, it's expensive. It's a lot of stuff at once. I think we're okay if Tron just doesn't have a scoring remote server. But here we actually spend no credits to get an Amakua counter, so we will, and it makes a Sandstone worse. But Tron might be able to purge here. It depends on what's in archives. There's no good place to put the Thimble Rig, so I think it's going to stay there. But if you move it to Centrals, we actually make money. Okay, so we're on 6. Stavka's on 7, but if it's half run Stavka, it's just going to happen. So now we need another Devil Charm down. We only have 1 MU. Wow, we have the conduit, but it's literally the damn wraparound. I guess we have to. The Chrysium is going to be a problem too. We need to keep our money up. We'll see if Tron purges here. If not, if Tron purges, we can run archives. No console? No, we have 3 consoles. We have 3 copies of Lilypad. A Thimblerick trigger right before Breach gave me Formic flashbacks. Yeah, were you waiting for something to happen? Yeah, very funny. A Formicary jump scare classic. Okay, so this is a virus. We probably need to find it out this turn. So let's draw once. For a dirty laundry would be fine. Okay, this doesn't deal with the tranquility, but it might deal with what's in the remote server. We're assuming it's a Rashida. The deck is on like one regolith. I don't know if Tron would abandon a regolith like this. I don't want to commit to Sparisha. I think we just run this because it's free and it gets us an Amaku counter, or we find out something about the server. And we need to deal with the upgrades in the deck. If you leave a Mavirus, not only do we lose because it's a Mavirus, we lose because it's a Holoman. But this run's totally free, which is good. The Maru was nightmarish to Micro and JNet. I'm glad it's gone. Wait, it's right there. What do you mean, Jai? Happy Halloween, AJM. Happy Halloween. Rashida, okay. No. This has to be the Stavka. What was res with Eminent and Archer? We deleted it. It was Archer and Tucana. The Tucana got the wraparound, the Eminent got the Archer, and then Thimblewig and R&D moved it over. Yeah, we murdered it real hard. It's not here anymore. I think Amaku on 7 is probably a good line. I just wish we had more Cubans. Like, this forces the Crisium res. The thing is, like, we can't deal with the Crisium res. Like, we need a trick shot to deal with the Crisium. Okay. What are we committing on the table? Like, we commit the Ice Carver. I guess. This feels bad. The economy feels bad. Gotta play a rhyme so you can't two-counter rhyme in front of the Archer. We'll beat it with Ice Carver, but yeah. Cuban being extra parasites is surprisingly great. Yeah, Jeff, you're totally right. Like, the fact that it also destroys ice is kind of sick. It's kind of exactly what we need. Okay, Spin Doctor Tron probably has another agenda in hand. We are going to have Stavka problems. We also have to hope that, like, this is the 3-coster that exists on the table, so we have to worry about Afrun. The Afrun might just be in hand sooner than later. A virus could be in archives as well. All right, we need Dirty Laundry. We need our console. We need a trick shot. Oh my god, we have environmental testings. Corset Classic. Corset Classic. All right, so we can run. This environment testing is not going to do anything. Our deck just needs daily. Like, honestly, I think this deck daily cast is better because we want to spend more turns running than like actually installing stuff. We can instant speed trash Stavka. Are we worried about Stavka? We can't. We're short a credit, but we could. We should. You're right, Kat. You're right. Thank you for empowering me. If a Stavka is rezzed, Tron blanks Amakua, we delete. No, but 7. Yeah, we can do it. There's agendas in here. Oh, there's probably agendas in archives. We should be running archives anyways because of Spin Doctor. Yeah, no, I don't like this. I think we should just stick to the plan and got Amaku on 7 running archives. But if Tron rezzes the Stavka here, we're like okay with it. It's just like not a good time to do it on this click because then Tron can go get something to put in the remote server. Archives bait with Mav, you generally are going to get more value from the Mav in Ob that you don't want to just archives bait it. Yeah, so this is going to be getting something in the remote server. So I feel like this was a bad click. I didn't mean right now. Yeah, I got excited. So what gets trashed? Okay, so it's going to be a Rashida or another Spin Doctor. It seems like Akawasera's crew with more kicklifts with less stability. I think that's a very accurate. That's exactly what it is. Much less stable. So we have an MU problem. So we do Muse. Then we go from our heap for the slap vent, for the chisel. It goes here. We're over MU, so we trash the Muse. It's going to get trashed anyways. Continue to counter ice. Ice Carver always happens. Then we'll do Devil Charm. So now we're down 2 Devil Charms. That's not good for us. Holloman. Oh man, we just need a way to make money from running. Like, we need. Why don't we just break it for 2? Because we need to destroy it. You're right. We can just break it for 2. Hold on. Is that better? Hard to tell. I feel like it's bad that we also didn't get our environmental testing down. Kind of late to change mind. After we access the card from HQ, yeah, it's too late to change mind. I think that's very accurate. Okay, I think we mismanaged our economy. I think we're in a bad spot. We need to rip a 3-pointer here and win. But I think with Spin Doctor Archives, it's not going to be the case. Border control, oh, that's bad for us. We need money. Our economy's bad. We need daily cast. We just need some sort of money that gives us drip. We should just play Aquacera's crew. All right. I'm assuming this thimble rig's not long for the world. We have totally fallen apart. All the wheels have come off the car. The car's going so fast, but also without wheels. Not easy. Wait, we make money running this? I guess it'll be swapped. I guess it will be swapped. So Holloman's in the server. That's going to either score an SDS or the 5-3, the Basalt Spire, and we're going to lose. I think we just do like credit, trick shot. No, just credit, trick shot. If we do credit, trick shot, we go through the thimble rig. We'll be on 4 credits, 3, 4, 5. We can trash to Crisium. Conduit for the win. It's a Crisium we can't. Credit, charm, trick. We have no reason to get the charm down. I think we just do trick here, which leaves us at 4. We break thimble rig. We're at 3, 4, 5. We trash Crisium. Hope that wins. Crisium's also +2 creds on trick shot. Yo, I know, but I think the math still works out here. If they res the Crisium, he'll res the Crisium. But we still have 5 credits. He definitely res the Crisium into a trick shot. Cubon's busted, yo. Hey, Harv, how's it going? Thanks for sending me the messages. You sent me that last night and I haven't responded yet. I've been out all day. That's why I'm in a suit. That was getting out of hand. That's why Trickshot's such a good card. It's just such a good card. He just finds agendas. Can trash a Crisium? Yeah, we can. We have 5. We have just enough. Yeah. Okay, let's change a bit of the deck. I think the fundamental core idea behind the deck makes sense. It's sound. It is sound. Cubon, Temujin, Parasite, and Film Critic in 1? Yeah. I forgot about Cubon. The Cubon's the only reason we can do it. It took me too long to find a first move virus. Is it in the road? Aye. Deck solid, rip singles. That was a double. Well, not actually. Thanks for the gaming. Yeah, we robbed Tron there. That was an SDS in the remote server that's trashed our Amakua. Tron, was that an SDS in the remote? We probably could have took our foot off the gas to show up econ mid game. Against this op deck, it's really frightening. Anytime that I've taken the foot off the gas against Tron in this op deck, he's like done absurd value crimes. Like if we take the gas off, yeah, he reses the Holloman, scores a what's it called, the 5-3, the SDS. We lose the Amakua, the game's over. Like it's really, really bad. You can't take the gas off against this deck, which is like why I want a card like Bankroll, which we can't play, or NES. Like I want a way to be able to run and pressure Amakua and still put forward tempo. Both of your Atlas pulls from HQ were 1 and 5s. Yeah, but I ran HQ a lot. Like it wasn't a 1 and 5. I think I ran HQ like 6. It was a 1 and 5, but I think I ran HQ like 6 times. The second one was a bit mean. The second one was a full 1 and 5. Worst game overworlds for me was when I played Trickshot 5 times and only saw 2 agendas the entire game. Oof. Yeah. The second one I think was unfair, but the first one I think I saw every card in HQ besides the agenda. Good game. All right, let's change the deck real quick. Edit. All right, what works, what doesn't work? Cubon's the best card. Pre-show seems fine. Slap Vandal seems fine. Conduit is good. Chisel's good. Amakua, that's fine. Okay, so card draw's bad. Money is bad. So we need to fix that. I think Lilypad actually doesn't fire that much. Should we be playing Lilypad? Is there anything else that we should be playing? Like, is there a chance that Pantograph makes sense for this deck? Because we have a lot of weird installables that we want to be doing at weird timings. The MU is kind of needed. 3 SMC seems a bit much. We need SMC. We need SMC because if we don't get our thing, we can't do the thing. Oh, but actually, no, we need to simulchip the Muse. I don't want SMC for Muse. Yeah, that's fair. Did you even draw Lily? No, but we didn't draw a lot of cards in general. Maybe on a common swap Envy testing for event econ. I want to swap Envy testing for daily casts. What event econ will we play here that we feel good about? DZMZ. Yeah, DZ might be okay. It's just Lily Pad is good. Coalescence, I don't think Coalescence does enough in your deck unless you have a way to use Coalescence. Right? Like if Coalescence is in your deck, just install it to gain 2 credits. I don't think that's good. Overclock's okay. Overclock's really good because on most of our runs we're going to be paying 4 credits. Is Pantograph bad? Like I want to play more Nukas. I want more card draw. But this is whenever an agenda scored or stolen, gain a credit, fine. You may install 1 card from your grid, which means we can clicklessly install. Aesop's makes Coalescence seem bad. I don't know if Onicom's good enough for 16 events. Is Onicom good enough if your deck is running 16 events? Or can we just play 3 Onicom and then play more events? That might be okay. Where are the NV testings? We didn't fire them enough because we're actually not installing. Like, it's weird. It's strange. I would put a slap in Tron, good game. I think Overclock makes sense. We had 2 slaps, Tron. We have 2 slaps. We could have slapped the remote server, I think, on turn 1. We didn't. 16 is like 1 out of 3. Yeah, we can make it better. Art Vernissage. Vernissage only works on Cubon and Slap Vendel. That doesn't work on Chisel. Yeah, it's fine. My current Onicom deck is on 27 events. Yeah, like what's this one? The decklist of the week on. It's like probably 18 events, 20 events, 21 events. So we can get it to 19 events and feel okay about it. So I guess we play 3 Overclock. Is Burner good? 3 Overclock Caparisha MU is a bit tight. Okay. Okay, I like that. Do we have to run a breaker? Do we have to run a way to beat wraparound, or we just have to say Burner bad, deep dive good? We can't be a deep dive deck. There's no way we're a deep dive deck. Second Nuka, yeah, I like second Nuka. That's fine. Okay. Let's ring some bells. New game runner. No deep without Pichachon? No, we would want to click gainer. Pichachon's actually probably not a terrible idea either way. Slap Carver takes away care of Wrap, but that should be a rare matchup anyways. Yeah, I agree. And that's how we were meant to do with Wrap. Do we need the SMCs? I think we might. I think the deck doesn't do anything if it can't produce its like Trojans at the time you need it, right? Like imagine we have a Devil Charm. Like we need to draw one of our Trojans. That means in the deck there's 3 Muses, 2 SMCs. That's probably like I'm assuming the more we play the deck, especially also now that we don't have NV testing, we can end up probably cutting more and more of them. But I just wish we had something that made running make sense, right? Like I would love to have Aeneas, or I just want some way to push us forward by just touching cards. I play it because the deck is ass into crew. Yeah, wraparound will make the crew deck struggle a bit. That's really cool. I honestly don't understand how we consider it up in a place where Burner's considered bad. It's not bad. It's just we're not always able to run HQ, right? Like we're a bit kind of, I don't know if responsive is the word, but like a vulture, we need to run whatever server is like the least protected, right? Like we need to break a server to get our Amakua going to trash ice. So we'll probably trash ice on R&D because we have conduit, and on the remote server so they can't score. That's actually going to be a bit difficult unless we have Slap Vandal to get into HQ. SMC is awkward with MU. Wait, do we not have a console? Oh no, we have Onicom. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. You're right. Nearly died to Seismiton recently at regionals. 4 or 5 cards in grip were events. I won that one. We saw on stream. Our world champion ran into Seismiton with 3 cards in hand and survived. It fired 3 cards in hand as Arissana. It was like hardware program. I think I would like. I think you call program because you're assuming if Arissana is making the run, Arissana has a program in hand, but Arissana can't use the program. Well, okay, it depends. Because if it's like, right, like if Arissana is letting it fire, that means that they might have a program in hand, but they can't install it because they have too few cards in hand. But obviously if they have a program, they would install it if it was like a Muse into Physarum or something. I was too focused on Deadlock. Who are you playing? They called events? Yeah. Yeah, it was Bushi. Bushi called event, which like is also not a bad call. That deck has a fair few events in it. I think I'd have to look at the game state and be like, on this turn, what's most likely in hand? But it's a hard call. I definitely was like frightened because I don't know what happens when the stream is only 3 minutes long. You're playing Mirage. Cool. Hey, it's MGK. Hey. MGK plays a lot of op. I think top placing op at Canats got that cool 3D printed ship from Philly or from Pittsburgh, one of the two. Philly. Did you add daily cast? Nah, we went to events and just played Onicum. We have Devil Charm Chisel. We're gonna win. Well, best of luck. Have fun. Thinking about other Shaper event econ, does rigging up make sense? Probably not enough targets. I don't think it has enough targets. It has very few targets because a lot of the stuff we want to install is mid-run anyways. We're going to keep, just say like we bully the remote server with Devil Charm Chisel. From Philly, yeah. From Philly. A lot of the Torsog crew went down to Philly like the weekend before, if not 2 weekends before. I can't imagine the type of hard read required to card hardware on Sisenton. It's correct, I've seen it. I think it's mostly into as. But I think you would call either program or event. I think hardware is the hard call for sure. This is so funny. Res your ice and destroy it. Border control. Action. In theory, we had priority. I'm going to destroy border control. It actually might have been better to install Ice Carver there, which is so funny. Because Ice Carver actually eats the border control. I don't want to Devil Charm the border control, but we will. I'd be much happier if MGK pots it, I'll be honest. Come on, pop it. You have to have a Rashida here. Who knows? Do we let this fire? Drop an Ice Carver, run back? No, because then he can border control. Run twice, save the charm, but then he just pops it. Do you call resource into Seb with Sisenton? Yeah, 100%. Oh, wait, he can respond to this. Wait, this time is actually really bad for us because this is an on encounter trigger, which means if we chiseled the border control, he can pop the border control. Wait, this is cursed. This is not good. Whenever you encounter host ice, so we have to do it now, which is during the approach, and then he can respond to the approach window. Wait, we can't beat border control. What the heck? Why did we think this is good? I'm thinking dog catches car, realizes car is bad. But we're fine with that. Just run back. But we can't run back because we lost the chisel. Yeah, the BC gets trashed, but there's an ice. Like, I think if anything, we have to just let this fire and then come back with the Ice Carver on a following turn. If they trash, they get op and we lose the chisel. Right? Still thinking. If we trash, they fire border control, we lose the chisel, they get a 3-cost ice. We have installed the chisel, used the chisel, but they've used the border control. Yeah, I guess we don't use the Devil Charm. Hold on. Yeah, okay, fine. That's 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 fine. Yeah, it's okay, because we don't have to use the Devil Charm. You're right. You're right. I didn't think it through. That's a good call. Nah. Also, it'd be fine if they've done that. I don't know. You can respond to this. They should. He should respond to this. Yeah. Very important to understand. Anytime you do a paid ability window in any of the like framework phases, they can respond to it. I don't like that we're Devil Charming this. Rashida, play Creative Commission. Don't die to Azyef. Okay. This is bad because the Spin Doctor's on the table, but like we need to bring the Rashida down. It's nice of you to tell him that he can respond. I believe he knows he can respond, but you don't want to like brute force and just smash continue to counter because most people will be like nothing, hit the movement button. So I don't want to hit that until I get consent. All right, Spin Doctor might be fixing an ugly hand. He has an econ problem here. Generally, Op will get out of this by sticking a Rashida, sticking a Regolith, or something that gets a Regolith, or Extract. And all those are pretty hard. Now, with 2 cards in hand, Arissana is not going to be doing much here. He, in theory, could Audacity out. Seems pretty bad. But at least it's safe. It's just like -7 cards next turn, 6 cards. All right. Drop conduit win. All right, there's an agenda in archives probably. As a new player, I wish JNet protected from being able to steamroll past opponents' windows. Yeah, they do SRN. You just have to not hit the next thing. Right? Like, it'd be nice if they do something that it highlights your priority, but if you don't hit the button, it doesn't stop them from doing things, I don't think. You know what I mean? I have a really long video about the timing windows if you want to learn a bit more. This might force a shuffle. Might not. This is a sleepy hand. Fuck. Hold on, I can Arissana. No, you can't. That's a tricky one. We're going to send a coupon to that. I make mistakes and such. Just take your time. That's right. For real. If you're on JNet, if you want to label your lobby as like slightly slower play, that's fine. But like everyone here wants to play the game. If you play slightly slower because you care about your windows, that'll cost you a couple games of slow plays, like slower play. And then eventually you'll be a pro. Don't worry about it. There's a couple things it doesn't protect for, and I saw the video. It was really helpful. Oh, glad you enjoyed it. Like I always ask questions too. Be like, hey, do you mind if I do this? If you do something, I'll write in chat. If you do something, I'll respond. Like there's ways that you can be a bit more elegant about it. Maybe having a timing axis with an indicator showing current window would be cool. The chat boxes are labeled with that in mind, but I hear you. Okay, so we want to contest the SDS drone deployment. The best way would be the Muse, and I think use the Muse to get a cube on and then force reses. I actually want to run this more than anything else. So do sure gamble. We'll run server 1. This means we don't have to do the cube on. No action. If we see like a res of a 3-cost bear here, I'm fine with it. If it's a Maskarovka, it's a bit ugly. If it's a Maskarovka, we actually might like break the 2 credit subroutine. But it's more likely to be a Sandstone or an Afshar if it's a 3-coster. Chat labels help, yeah. It's like, I think a lot of people would like a bigger chart with more. And also I play with the approach arrows, like the arrows. This is Rahi's cyber feeder thing. 100% what Andre said, opponents will understand if you give them a heads up. People are so stoked that you're learning the game. People are so stoked. Okay, ideally we trash a Mav, that's great. So Regolith will come down. It needs to be a Regolith. Oh, Thimblerig. Okay, so MGK still has no money. We've been really mean to his start. This means we can get 1 Mav out, so SDS goes back. So we can Muse for Cubon to be incredibly aggressive. We can do that for a click, and then we actually keep it. I think that's better for us. I think we actually install the Muse to go get the Cubon. Oh no, but we're a Chisel deck. Let's just touch cards. People have been so nice. Yeah, people are really nice. And don't feel worried about labeling your lobbies. Okay, so what happens if MGK draws this? The best he can do is credit, install this. I'd rather get an Amakua counter. I don't care. Still wish there was a tabletop scene where I am trying to rope people into this. Oh, yeah. Hey, if you're not in like GLC or stuff, ask around. There might be more people than you think there are, but I hear you. Some places are harder than others for sure. All right, 3 credits we can see are Ice Res and R&D. Let's draw for more pressure. Okay. We're going to have to be able to run the remote server on the following turn, but we have Muse Devil Charm, so we're going to try and blow whatever comes up. So we're assuming the next card that goes on the remote server is a Rashida. We're playing around 2 more copies of the virus, but we just want to stay 1 step ahead. Extracting to Thimblewig is fantastic. Ice Wall to Amakua, laughing. 13 credits. Let's just be mean again. Let's just be mean. This will be a Rashida. And ideally here, it's a magnet. Yes. That's not fair. What? We let the Rashida go. We were so hubris. Okay. Cool magnet. Very funny. If you're comfortable sharing your general area, we might be able to point you to some local meetups. Yes, that's always the case. Can almost guarantee that no one else plays Netrunner in my whole country. PMK, you want to say your country? Anti-Chisel Tech? He has her damn number. All right, let's just get the Amakua up. We can Nuka here for a Dirty Laundry. We'll be at 7. We can discard a card. It's fine. But we don't overclock. Aruba. I'm not even sure I know where Aruba is. I'm pretty sure it's an island. Spin 2. I want the counters. Every time I'm going to hit something, I'll be like, I want the counters, and I'm letting like so much stuff go. We need Nuka. I'm going to get rid of the Amakua. We have recursion. Overclock, we added to the deck. Honestly, it's the only econ play in our hand. I'm going to throw it out. I see a Lotus Field, we know it's planned. Oh man, magnets are pretty cool. I don't know how they work. I'm in Fargo, ND. I'm already looped into the Minneapolis scene. ND is North Dakota, right? Fargo, North Dakota. I thought Fargo was in Minnesota. There must be people around there. Sorry, what you want to do is you want to drive up to the Canadian border. Then you want to go take that 8-hour drive to Calgary or Edmonton. I just got my passport. Yo, let's go. Tiny island in the Caribbean, best beaches in the world, not so great for a local card game scene. I hear you. All right, that's a spin doctor. It's accounted for. We're still dancing around a couple copies of my virus. But we're in control. Drive south and come visit me in Omaha. 3 hours to Winnipeg? Is it only 3 hours to Winnipeg? Oh, that's not bad. I think the closest to Aruba is my teammate in Uruguay. That is not close. There's no way that Florida is not closer than Uruguay. My workplace home office is in Omaha. 2 birds, 1 stone. Oh, yeah, let's go. There you go. That's all you ask. Like, you ask. Best beaches in the world? Sounds like the perfect place to hustle people on the beach. Hey, it's a new game. Okay, Ice on HQ, respect. We've gone through a fair few cards. We've gone through 20 cards. We've seen no agendas, but one got shuffled back, so we've seen 1 agenda. So probably something's cooking in HQ. Pat says, I once lived in a town of 1,500 people and somehow never met the other 2 Netrunner players, so it's possible. Yeah, that is true. It's a very funny story. Let's just set up. We can't run archives. Okay, that's a start. How scared are we of face checking? I would say like somewhat scared. I don't want to commit to the Ice Carver. If anything, we probably play the Simul chip. It's cheaper than the Muse. Oh, but we have to trash a program. Whatever, we'll figure it out. It's really hard to also like rely on Conduit as your win con when the deck is a triple virus deck. When I say somehow, I mean I never tried. I met Sam 10 years later at Nats. That's cool, isn't it? Were you all playing at the same time? Up in the Yukon? Or was Sam playing later? Kind of sounded like Sam was playing later. So maybe he heard Legends with Patrick. It's the problem with Ice Carver. It's so hard to get on the table because you never want to commit to it. Yeah, until you hit it with like the price for 0. It's sick. But no, you're not wrong. Would we have played by now? Would we have played Cookbook? Maybe. But would Cookbook been worse for us than this? Yes. There's also a chance that we could play like 1 breaker and run Palangi. Personally, I would travel to meet halfway between Winnipeg and Minneapolis to play Netrunner. I'm assuming that would be in America. I've never been to Manitoba though, so I don't know. MGK pushing in the remote server. Okay. Admire that considering you can play on JNet. You underestimate how often people want to actually go play cards with people. All right, Amaku gets through Ice Wall. This could be 7-strength Stavka. We destroy 7-strength Stavka if we put Ice Carver down. So something's cooking in HQ, that's for sure. We want to trash the Holloman on HQ sooner than later. IRL JNet is so much more fun. God, I'm gonna start calling it JNet. This is in-person JNet, paper JNet play. So this drops us to 6. We can probably run HQ. IRL JNet's so funny. We could also diesel for an overclock or a trick shot. That probably puts some pressure on thinking. But I think we Ice Carver, we actually do end up beating specifically 7-strength Stavka. How bad is it if it's like the question is we have to decide where to put our ice destruction because we only have so many devil charms and so many Ice Carvers. Like if this is the Winchester we're expecting it to be, how bad is it for us? It's like pretty bad. I honestly don't think we should blow up HQ. No, just good stuff, Ari. I honestly don't think we commit to HQ. I think we'd rather make the game about R&D. MGK is definitely holding points, but I'd rather build up the Amakua and just send it. So let's just do Conduit, run Conduit, see what happens. We probably should Nuka first because we could get a trick shot. Somehow every time I do that, the hand is worse. It's wild to me that people still play Ice Wall and Op. What would you want to play there? Like Tithe? I'd be more annoyed if it was a Tithe than Ice Wall. Pass out. IRL cards hit different. JNet kind of sterile, hard to stay motivated. Yeah. Well, JNet's great. In-person play is something different, but I'm so glad JNet is what it is. Got to go see in the VOD. Tom, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the game too, eh? You only need 1 cost ice of the thing? Holy crap. We found the F-run. Okay. I think this might get... This seems like a really ugly position. I think people who play Ice Wall have more than one, that's wrong. Ben, so I watched Felix play last Worlds, playing like 3 Ice Wall, and he was specifically on like triple SEF. He was in the top cut, like he was doing really well with it. I think it's a different style. I think you're right though, this is the midpoint, but like Felix was like very aggressive with what's it called? SEF. I'm not sure if that's the sort of list you've been playing recently. There was an ob in the cut, not this year, last year at what's it called? In Barcelona. Tabletop Simulator is good. I don't enjoy that much Netrunner on TTS, but it's not bad either. So Slap Vandal's pretty expensive, so I'm not going to. Yeah, Kalakana Zoo. I think that's it. But it's like a fun deck. It's like very explosive. So we have 1 click left here. We can install the cube on if we want. I don't think any of this ice is going to stay, so I don't want to commit to it. Oh, this hand really stinks. This deck just draws really ugly hands. And we're just like economy short of pressuring this. Like if we had daily cast going, I think we should just cut out some, like we're drawing too many situational cards and not enough just like play daily casts. I don't think I'm saying that much by like saying that, but you know what I mean? Like I don't want to install this and go down to 2 credits. So I'm not gonna. I'm just not gonna. We'll try that. It's too fragile. Yeah, it's much too fragile. Oh, Op or this deck, both of them. What's the percentage econ? Not good enough. If I had to check. Oh, it's a bit different because we changed on JNet, so I can't look at this list, but it's like bad. It's bad. Cody, I've noticed I get rusty on JNet faster. I can jump back into physical play much more easily after a break. Maybe something to do with physical procedural memory. Yeah, I could see that. I think a lot of people like struggle also to retain focus when this is the like the UI. Like when you're holding the cards, when you're looking at another person, I think it's sometimes easier to be a bit more plugged in. I think we could see some fast events here with Holloman. Could we consider installing a chisel here to half run to 2 to Amakua break? Yeah, we could. That might be okay. We would have to trash them with the simul chip though, right? I'm not sure I'm jazzed by that. Because like the simul chip is actually tricky to use in this deck. We want to generally simul chip on a turn that we trash the chisel. Not to mention half run being a waste of 2 influence into the simul chip meta. Yeah, I could see that. All right, so this is Holloman. This is a 5/3. So we actually have to do something here. The problem is money. Draw money. Okay, sort of. Kind of cursed. Do we do creative commission 2nd, 3rd run remote? Oh, we can't. It's just so bad. I think it's a bit when you with how you learned. I find it much easier to read board stays on JNet, but I picked it up during a peak of COVID. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, interesting. I thought no stream tonight. Me too. We came back from an event a bit earlier than I thought it would end, so we ended up getting a stream in there. Joe, how you doing? I find JNet much easier than paper, but I learned during quarantine. Oh, so it might actually be like a change that folks who learn that way, obviously it's easier that way. That's kind of cool. I learned in paper, but I learned like before JNet existed. I played a lot on Octagon back in the day. I think I played more on Octagon than no, that's not true. Okay, we need to run this because this is Holloman into 5/3. So how do we beat Magnet? It's like Ice Carver +1. So this drops us down to 2 credits. And if we run, we break this for 1 credit. So then we only have 1 credit to break this, which is possible. Strictly possible. Might be a border control. We don't know where any of them are. One went back. Octavang is so clunky. It was so clunky, but also so cyberpunk. You're like hitting F5 and shit. F6 to run a remote server. Like kind of fun. All right, our win condition is they don't have a remote server. We can trash Rashida. 2 major upsides online are A, shuffling, and B, lateral. I do find there's a lot of players. Fuck. We should have seen that coming. Wait, why did we walk into that from a mile away? Okay, we can't break this. So we're gonna lose. So much easier than paper. Oh, no way. I definitely much prefer in-person play. My own experience in the online tournament made me convinced I really don't want to do online tournaments. I think Jaden's also a bit more lonely. You don't get the sort of energy. Wow, we just punted it. What are we doing? The only thing I miss about Octagon is the sound effects. Cranked, I have them all downloaded in a folder if you want them. Somebody shared them a while ago. Every night I'm up late listening to Archer. It gets me. Okay. This is going to be bad. If it's a 5-3, how bad is it? Not the worst. Can we run through this and trash a Holloman? No. So I think we're just going to lick our wounds. Seeing 2 strength magnets really funny. Login rejected. There was like different res sounds for each type of ice, like Sentry, Code Barrier. Cool. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's actually a problem. That seems bad for us. But MGK is on 3 credits, so who's laughing? Different res sounds for Sentry, Code Barrier, and Archer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's 4 of them. Archer's the only ice that got new sounds, and like, yeah, I haven't seen the old Archer art in a long time. I don't know what I was watching, but the old Archer art was somewhere. I was like, wait, that's killer. All right, so we don't lose to this next turn because MGK needs at least 5 credits to fast advance. I play the old Archer at Worlds. Respect. Without sounding like a condescending asshole who's been playing for a long time. Okay. We're going to do something silly. We're going to do something real silly. So we can do something silly. I'm scared of committing a dirty laundry to this run. But we should run HQ. We should run HQ. Oh, wait, Simulchip. We should run HQ. We'll install the Muse to install a breaker. Then we'll Muse for the Amakua. So that's Muse for Cubon is 2 credits. Then the Amakua becomes the Muse. So we don't need a successful run, but it would help. So with Prio. Oh, they said no further action. That's a bummer. Muse. We'll go for our stack. I don't think we want to draw one of these. For a Cubon. Put it here. Gain 2. Then we'll Simulchip this Muse for an Amakua. Yeah, I'm not a Shaper player. Come on. Break, make money. Could have Dirty Laundry too. I didn't believe in myself. Boarding Control, not good to see. Dirty Laundry, HQ. Continue movement. Gain 2 credits. Continue counter. Break for 1. Break for 1. End the run. Continue movement. Steal 5-3. See the same boarding control. That's fine too. That's cool too. Now I wish we had red sounds or jump scares. Like imagine a Stavka red sound. Yeah, I think people would appreciate it. All right, so this is now a Stavka or the 4-cost story, the Winchester. It's one of those. We have a Muse and we have an Ice Carver, so we can thread in certain ice. Our Conduit now actually runs R&D really cheaply, so I think our next plan now is just to win off of R&D. I think we have to take a second to trash the Holloman because otherwise we lose. This costs us 3 credits. I think we can overclock this. Best case scenario is we draw a Trick Shot. Okay, I committed to the bet. It worked. Amakua with Trick Shot's really good because you make a couple runs as much as you're likely to action. Oh, the worst case scenarios here is actually we see a Mavirus. If we see a Mavirus off the top, we can't take on this Holloman. Okay. Oh, trash, it's free. Extract, that's not good. So we might want to force a shuffle. Oh, if we didn't trash, we get an Amakua counter. We don't need it, but. Okay, board state disassembled. Have to play around Mavirus. This is probably a problem for us. So now we can Conduit. I actually think we can just Dirty Laundry. The problem is like I don't want to commit a Cubon to the half run because we know an Extract is coming up. If they extract this into a 1-coster, I don't know that we're in that bad of a spot. So I think we can just dirty laundry R&D. I feel like our hand is actually really good at responding to board. Ice Carver's really good. Okay. We can't see cards, but you can always, even if you don't do the conduit run, you can get conduit counters. So MGK drew an extract. Probably has 2 more agendas in hand, but I don't want to face check into a Stavka and just get blown up. If we have the last Devil Charm, we can do it. Maybe we just want leeches. I think leeches actually are a bit more consistent than Devil Charm. Because we're good at running. We're just not good at, like, we have 1 more Devil Charm and 13 cards? How do we draw this many cards and not find a damn console? We put a console in this, didn't we? We put Anacoms. We've been drawing a lot. I feel like every turn we've been drawing at least 3 cards. And then being, like, stuck with a clumsy hand of situational stuff, but it's fine. We're holding on. MGK's thinking. The Halloween candy fatigue sitting in. 1 too many coffee crisps, maybe. But we've all been there. Looking at that remote, 2 strength ice. Looking at R&D, 2 strength ice. Looking at Amakua, 3 strength. Doing the math. The math doesn't add up. Leech doesn't work as nicely with Chisel, though. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. Thank you. Thank you for that reality drop. Actually, that doesn't work at all. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we lost the Ice Wall. That's good. That's not a card we can't break, and or it didn't have stuff on it. Bring back Parasite. Okay, so it looks like the thing we wanted was in the bin. So Spin Doctor for Rashida and 1 Unseen. So there's still a Mavirus in there, purple highlight. Watch out, 2 Mavirus in there. I didn't know that. Wait, that's really big. So MGK needs to ice this up. We can break 4 strength ice. The next big jump point is 7. Slap Bend only breaks 1. Okay, so now the Extract is probably going to get a Rashida back. Okay. Luckily, can't deal with that. Now that means, okay, that can't deal with that either. That means that we might have a window here. The problem is, where can we safely run? I think it's less likely there's a Stavka on HQ. And if MGK reses on HQ, we're likely to hit an agenda and or get the cube on. Looking at hand, we have a Slap Bendel, and then we can muse Slap Bendel. Not really. We're going to take a risk here. We're playing around Stavkas really poorly. We can break 1 Stavka subroutine with Slap Bendel with Ice Carver support, but otherwise we can't. I think I needed a better job highlighting cards that we're talking. Oh, pass. We have no Hush. In theory, Hush actually solves our Stavka issues. I wonder if Cataloger would be better since we're running a lot of run events that clash with Conduit. Oh, that's a good point, Thanos. That actually might be interesting. The problem is, like, this is a really big sort of Damocles over the corpse head. Like, they have to interact. Fuck! Why? 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 That's bad for us. Okay, so we can... Good thing is we're probably getting 2 credits. Bad thing is everything else. I'm going to Arissana this. Imagine a cool sound effect. I don't have audio on. That's bad. Amakua down. Okay. So musing for an Amakua is inelegant. Do you think there's another Stavka on R&D? You can get Trailback with Muse? Sort of? Like, we can. We probably have to. We probably have to. How many more chips are left? 1 chip. 3 clicks. 1 chip. Is install Slap Metal, break 1 sub, then Ari, Muse, Trash Slap, and Muse it back to 2nd sub illegal? Yes, you can do as many interactions during the encounter window. You can choose to do all your paid abilities, then you pass to the corporation. If they do something, it passes back to you, and then you resolve unbroken subroutines. So you can definitely use the same Slap Metal to break the Stavka twice if you uninstall it, reinstall it. All right, MGK is going to get gassed. This game has been going for a minute. This is our button we don't want to use. We could face check on R&D. If it's a second Stavka, we lose the game, but that's okay. It's getting late. Never punished. Do we use it immediately? Yeah, we probably should. No, it should be easy to trash one of these. I don't think the stuff can stay around. If MGK overwrites one of these, ice, we'll simul chip for the Amakua. We probably shouldn't have shown the simul chip. I realized in hindsight. You can now run through shop for cheapo? No, we can't. We don't want to lose our conduit. Right? I don't think we can. We need our conduit to win. I'm pretty sure. Probably not the biggest deal, but we're still dreaming about California on Twitch. Wait, what? Wait, really? Oh my God, you're right. Oh, everything's broken. Yo, huge shout out, Solomir. Thank you for that. So apparently Restream is not working the way I wanted to. That should have been changed. Yeah, so they changed it. The stream name still shows. No, you're totally right. Okay, that's good to know. So the thing is not doing the thing. This is also why my chatbot is not working. If the ice gets overridden, the simul chip isn't up. It's so bad. Yes. So here we will respond to it. We can run archives for one Amakua counter. So we need to get 2 counters to run the remote server. We have nothing. I thought you were on purpose. You were just playing decks from Worlds. No. That's busted. It shouldn't be like that. I mean, I guess we face check and hope they're just like ice walls or something. I mean, we're so far behind. We can't not take risks. We can run here for 1 counter, which means we beat 2 Strength Stavka. We already beat Ice Wall. We beat Tithe. We beat Thimblerig. I'm just going to send it. We don't break Sandstone. Oh, sorry. Okay, all fair. Would have conduited. All right. So we would have conduited that. That's fine. Okay, that's going to tick down for a minute. Can we hammer this? Okay. If we run HQ and it is a 4 cost, we just beat 1 trace if it's a surveyor. Or sorry, Winchester. If it's sandstone, okay. So we can get through this. We can muse for a slap. We have the MU. We need to make successful runs somewhere. So maybe we shouldn't have pulled our Amakua, because if we have a Muse in hand, it's really easy for us to get the Amakua. Stack, Slap Vandal. Don't worry about our money. We're going to steal an agenda here. Actually, we kind of not want to. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so we just need to make 1 more run to get 1 more counter, then run server 1, because if MGK reses a border control, can't score out. Why not from Heap? Because I don't think I want to draw the Slap Vandal, but you're probably right that I actually do want to draw a Slap Vandal. Because I don't actually know what's left in my deck that I want to interact with. So getting it from the Heap is fine. Because then we have another Slap Vandal, which is more important. I don't know if you use programs that you can just clicks to get the strength down. I think we need to go this turn, because there's definitely an agenda in the remote server. Like, I'm assuming we get 2 Amakua counters run the remote server. Sick. So it's either Rashida or an agenda. We can deal with both of them. So if MGK reses the border control, like we just break the first sub and then he's bankrupt. You stole? Oh, piss. Yeah, whatever. We're winning. You stole was right. No overclock in server 1. No, we can't break the magnet. No, we took an agenda. We're too good. We're too powerful. Do we have 1 burner in the list? We need to get 1 Amakua counter. Captain Nice is playing Contaminate, if I'm not mistaken, in their crew host at Worlds, which is kind of sick. Kind of cool. I wonder if we want to play 2... No, we have no MU. Or sorry, no influence. I don't know what else we're meant to do there. If only we had Monkey Wrench in hand. Whatever, man. Whatever. We've already Arissanna'd. Is MG going to score out and go down to 1? Like an AZF or something? Like what's in the remote server that's better than Above the Law? Spawn of Deuces? We'd be okay in this deck with build script. We have 3 Onicom and a bottom 9. I don't think this is sustainable. Okay, so now that's definitely a Surveyor. I'm going to overclock it because it's a Surveyor. What's in server 1? A Zato? Load-bearing Regolith? I think MGK would have rezzed it. But yeah, we haven't seen the Regolith yet. Yeah, we called it. So we specifically overclocked into this for the trace. So the first trace matters a fair bit. Are there Mavirus in the bin? 2. Nice read. Yeah, it has to be a Winchester. I don't know what's better than that. But this is a Trasher program. Arissana doesn't have Link, so we'll pay 4. All the buttons. So this is just going to be go to 2 credits, end the run. The problem is we still don't have any server that we can build Amakuwa counters or economy. I wouldn't res into overclock. Yeah, I don't think I'd res into overclock. So it means MGK either has an agenda in server 1 or an agenda in hand. Because he understands, right? If we can't get into here, we can't get into here. So I'm assuming this is Trasher hardware. We don't care. I wish it said what the trace does in this box. That'd be kind of cool. I guess we have to read here. This is trace 3 on the run. We could have maybe clicked for credit. Okay. Cube on. We're not going to get through the ice, so we don't actually have to cube on. Fuck. We have no good way of dealing with this. Wait, we have 1 more Devil Charm. Okay. That's very cute. Okay, Dirty Laundry Archives is like technically a play you can do. It purges, no, but it purges the conduit. We can't do that. So still can't score out. Spin Doctor. Oh shit, we found it. There's an agenda in server 1. This is a misplay. This is free Amakuwa counters. Animal Cam? Nana, you want to come say hi? This can't be correct. You can't do this into Amakuwa, right? Like how many Amakuwa counters do we need to be safe? That's not smart. Yeah, I think he's realizing. Yeah, you can't do that. That's not an allowed play. I learned that lesson a long time ago. Yeah. All right, I'm going to get to 4 strength. That doesn't have to hit a breakpoint. But if it's a border control, we want to be able to run back. Otherwise, we can get to 5, which is also not a breakpoint. Yeah, if the outermost is a Stavka, we lose the game. But, like, we're going to lose the game anyways. Like, we have to take risks. What if Stavka is fine? What if Mavirus is fine? None of that matters. And then last click, we can take down the Regolith. This is a cool fork, because either you res the ice or you res the Regolith. It's actually in the rulebook, op gains the irritation restriction when a turtle is installed. Yeah. Thinking? Ooh. Pass Brio. Hey, Nanika. Maddie's asleep. So she's looking for some friends at this hour. You want to say hi to stream? This is a cool fork. If it's a Stavka, we're cooked. But we'll just win off of waiting for envelopment to have no subroutines. That's a win con, right? Like, there's 16 cards left in R&D. How many agendas must be in hand at this point? Like, the Winchester says there's agendas in hand. If that was the play. But there has to be an agenda in server 1. There's a Zato in hand, weirdly enough. Great. Okay. So we have to make some decisions here what we break. If we do 1, 2, 3, break all of it, we'll see where the border control goes, and we can still overclock Regolith. So I think we're just going to have our cake and eat it too. We actually want to consider potentially with Arissana to install the Cubon if this is an SDS. But then we kind of passed that window. We could have Cuboned on the border control. If he pops it right away, Winchester doesn't say there's agendas in hand. It protects it for turtle. Yeah, but with 16 cards left in R&D, I think it's both, right? Like, you're not wrong. You have to let the turtle not do a thing. But us paying 1 card to get into HU is kind of unsustainable. All right, border control. 3 cost. Are all sandstones out? Like Enigma we beat. Mav, son of a bitch. That's good. That's good. He's good. He's good. Oh, he's so good. All right, well. Shame that he pops a BC or a click short of killing the development. Yeah. Oh, he's really good. That was a good play. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I know. That was sick. That was really good. That's such a cool line. When you got that remote server. So at least he doesn't get a... Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'll figure it out. My brain is mush. What are you going to do? Purge? Oh, we took a net damage. That overclock was a bit bad, but only a bit bad. The problem is we run out of money. Like, I think maybe we need the overclock to run HQ and just get one runoff because we can't beat Winchester. How many more recursion cards do we have? I click for 3 credits. There's an agenda in the remote server. Recursion cards, 3 Summel Chips out, 3 Muse out. We literally have no recursion cards. We have no Wave Destroying Ice. We have 1 Devil Charm, which Amaku can get through. I think, oh yeah, because we couldn't click for credit trash regolith. Okay, yeah, no, then it was good. Draw an Onacom, yeah, draw. That's a win condition. Draw. This is where we're taking a slap bundle out of our deck was a disaster. If we drew this sooner, we could almost pressure server 1. I wonder if he scores. If he scores and we lose the Devil Charm to LZF, we're kind of cooked. We can get 1 Amaku counter because of Ice Carver. Yep, it's an agenda. Don't LZF us. It's an LZF. Fuck. It's an LZF. He has to trash one of his cards, though, which is interesting. I guess the envelopment goes this turn. Yeah, I think we need, like, 1 breaker. I don't know what it would be, though. Like, I don't think we're actually running the bear. This is a 42-minute game. Like, time is called. We lose on points. What do you have on forecaster? Like, border control we can beat. It's border control. Azef, hit the trick shot. Hit the Onicom. Okay, so we chased the border control out. Oh man, trick shot would be pretty good. Why not try to slot DJ? We could consider it. The influence in the deck is really, really tight. Like, we have 2 flex influence, and it's both on Makua. I think it's hard. Trick shot here actually would have been okay. My fight dies at the end of the run. Yeah, Blurby, we might have an MU problem and a money problem. Don't read into it too much. MGK also knows how many ice are in R&D. The bigger thing is about the Amaku counter. I think we actually have to do pay 2. If he cracks here, I think we're happy. If it's a sandstone, we can wear it down. If it's a magnet or enigma, we can wear it down. No. He has all the agendas in hand. This is so cursed. I'm not against -1 turtle +1 DJ. I think turtle is like our best card. Oh, fuck. Good game. Oh, that was brutal. And then it only got worse. This is an audacity play. Well fought. We're totally gassed out. Such a cool play on the Mavirus pull on the remote server. That was really, really great. We like ran into the Stavka really bad. I don't know if we can beat the Stavka. 7 strength is really, really difficult. It's all about the Devil Charms. I think the turn one, thanks for the game. The turn one was the most interesting thing, where it's like if we played the if we kept the Devil Charm and instead committed the Ice Carver to the table, like I think that's a bad play. That might be results oriented. But this is our most powerful piece. Mayfly would actually have been amazing this game. I don't know if we can afford it. Install the Cuban to hammer the server. We can't because they'll just pop the border control. If he pops the Cuban border control, we have nothing. So it's really hard, right? Like Op is very difficult. Op is the hardest deck. Like for what it's worth, we played against 2 Ops. I think Op is specifically difficult for this deck because the fact that the ice is flexible, 3 viruses, and like installing a Trojan is not a permanent problem for them. You could have OC and trick shot through then pay for Mayfly. On the turn with the Azef in the remote server, maybe, I just don't know what we cut. But this deck, like, I think someone needs to tune this deck because it's definitely an interesting deck. I don't know if it's definitely obviously not the best Shaper deck, but it seems kind of fun. I honestly don't even know if it's better than Hosh. But you do have some weird, mean tricks and instant speed. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. This was our surprise Halloween stream. I'm going to take this necktie off. I've been wearing it for 12 hours, business life. But thanks so much for dropping by if you're watching the VOD. Hi, surprise stream. Hopefully you had a good time. Huge shout out to all these names here and more. The Metropole Grid, we're supported on Patreon, and all these names, and again, are also our daily cast patrons help support the channel. So I can put time into stuff like this, video stuff, and live streaming, editing, motion graphics, all the sort of stuff that we do. We should be doing some videos, gonna record some videos, not this weekend because we're gonna go off for a wedding thing, but next week I'm gonna start recording some videos. The next videos I want up on the channel, which if you're watching this, maybe you want this, but maybe this is for the future of Netrunner, is I'm gonna put together some quick videos about like, hey, how do you build a corp deck? How do you build a runner deck and system gateway? It'll be on Netrunner DB because I don't have a camera set up for paper play, but I'll show you how I would build a deck and system gateway, which I think is very approachable because there's like 7 cards in system gateway altogether. It's like you look at your agenda suites, like play all the neutral ones, but which ones not to play? That's the thing. Have a safe Halloween, everyone. Thank you. I would love that. Oh, perfect. Great to hear. Thanks, Andre. Of course, after that, we'll get back to some gameplay stuff. Obviously, a bit of a quiet season. They're doing some interesting AMTs on tournaments. We forgot to talk about this also on Tuesday, but if you want to run a fun, interesting tournament, whether it's Startup or Eternal or Throwback, they're looking to run some like goofy organized play in December. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back on Tuesday. Take care.